I don't see any problem with you saying, you know what, boom. But I'm also the same person that has no problem that if I died tomorrow and one of you man married my wife, I wouldn't have a problem with that either. So again, I look at things differently. I look at what's the best thing for the person that I care for.
Nah, man, ain't nobody thinking this, brother.
I think it.
You know, you just put that scenario on my plate. I'm wondering if I'd eat it.
What's that? If your wife said to you,
yeah, go and take my good meat friend and let her look after our kids and pound on her at night.
Wow.
So, okay, anyway, let me answer the question and then
go on.
We can wrap this up.
A few moments later.
Okay, if you were to pass, God forbid,
I think you might have asked this.
and I was still around, would you, if you were to pass in and we're not super old, we're of a decent age.
Okay.
God forbid.
Yes, God forbid, bad things. Would you want me to hook up with somebody that you know, a friend or a relative?
Pardon?
Yo.
Eloquently saying nothing.
This one's for Hope.
Yeah. ESN. Eloquently saying nothing. Saying nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN Podcast.
I know I'm even.
I'm not sure what it's saying, you know. Yo. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. The time is 22:10. We are in One Stop Dreadlock Studios in North London. The date is the 14th?
The 14th of November.
2025. And this is episode number
538.
In your blood. Clot. You are very welcome. Hashtag ESN Pod to start or join in the conversation. Yes, is it like, was it catchy?
It is catchy.
Yeah, it's good. I want to touch on that, by the way.
Okay.
So maybe once we've done the intros, I'll touch on it.
Well, it would be a bit of a disservice to my brother if I don't let him finish what he was saying.
You stopped the flow. No?
Hashtag ESN Pod to start or join in the conversation. You people are professionals, you know. Professionals.
Are we professionals now?
Yeah. I was listening to DMD have come back, yeah? Shout out Smokes and stuff. How did you hear?
They just messaged me to tell me that they're back.
Oh, they didn't message me.
I get the group things, whatever.
Group?
Like the broadcast messages.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's locked me out then. But I was going to message. In fact, so I'll message him and shout him out. But it reminds me that I'm not in the hood, because the conversations they were having was very hood conversations, very stuff that's like close to people that we may know, kind of things, like on the peripheral. And but it's interesting.
About what?
You know, he had the beef with which one's a poet?
Does he? Had it?
Yeah. They had a beef years ago.
Oh, okay.
But he mentioned he cussed him off again because they were talking about old school podcasts. Because is it Tricky?
Mm-hmm. All
right, Tricky was on a podcast. Hashtag ESN Pod to start joining the conversation at ESN Podcast on all the social medias. ESNpodcast@gmail.com to send anything.
Plug.
We're here now. He was on a podcast and he was talking about being the originator of the stuff. He was cousin British podcast. I think he was talking a bit more man them style podcast, like proper, not just black people podcasting, like hood people podcasting. And he's saying he was the first to do it. All right. And then he was cussing. So then there's this dude, what's his name? He's the one that was Dig Dat's manager. And he's got he's getting quite popular with his podcast.
You mean Bouncer?
Bouncer. He's podcasting, but he's dropped something like every day. So his stuff is almost like, it's like, as Smokes put it, which I agree with.
It's not really a podcast, really.
Well, this is the thing.
He's almost like a streamer.
Vlog?
He's like a streamer.
He does it live,
what's
Twitch?
No. The like on Instagram, the people that they go on it every day and they give you the gossip and
go live.
No. The ones that you follow, but they give you news every day. like 3 or 4 clips of this is going on, this rapper's got this, blah, blah, blah.
Are you talking about the ones that's
on Instagram?
Made you think and all that.
No, you know the one that's owned by the Nigerian people, man. What's it called?
I don't follow it.
Them two are beefing with Bouncers beefing with them now at the moment. What's it called? What's the blog one, man? You're talking about the blog, yeah? The blog thing.
Well, it's similar. But anyway, Smoke said it's like the online equivalent to that because he posts he doesn't even post once a day. He posts multiple 10-minute videos a day on this. Basically, look what happened with Gets, blah blah blah. We might talk about it for 20 minutes, half an hour on one episode.
Yeah, and
he'll do a 6-minute thing about what happened today. Any small news, he'll drop a video.
Oh, okay.
So it's multiple. But he's getting views now. He's getting hits. He's becoming quite prominent doing that. So even he said, because I listened to his comeback, he's like, I'm on a podcast. He's like, I guess so, because it's kind of like it's the field. But even he's saying, it's kind of like borderline.
Yeah.
This is what Bounce is saying about
crossover.
himself. Yeah. So in fact, let me talk for the people that are not privy to what we're discussing. Tricky.
There's such a big name as well. I can't remember them.
I know. It's Shadeborough.
That's the one, yeah.
Shadeborough, yeah. All right, we got there. All right.
Made you think. Same kind of thing. Innit?
I don't know this. I don't use Instagram really, so maybe whatever. But I think a lot of people know Shadeborough.
Mm-hmm. Shadeborough is the one. It's the Shade Room, which is the American one. I think Shadeborough is the UK one.
All right. So Tricky is a what do they call him?
Hackney Black.
Yeah, he's a Hackney street legend. They'll call him.
Yeah, he used to be from Mashtown, innit? From Mashtown. Used to be a rapper in Mashtown. Him and what's the other guy? The Margs. Yeah, they used to be in both of them. Used to be in Magtown.
Okay,
Margs is also a podcaster now as well.
Yes, so. Both of them are popular. Both of them from Hackney now, so they're making music, doing this physical media stuff. Excuse me. All right, so he hasn't been on. He had a popular podcast, and then he kind of disappeared. It was him and Lippy. And then Lippy's gone on to do other things with Margs and other stuff. But it seemed like Tricky just took a hiatus. He just decided that whatever. I don't know. So somebody came back and he's done an interview with this person. And he's like, I'll only come back for you. Like, there's only a couple of people I respect. Yeah.
I don't think is it a podcast or he did something for the...
He was a podcaster.
No, but the thing that he did, I think it might have been for that Streets Legends thing. There's like an Instagram person that's got like Street Legends, and he does like sections where he has like interviews with people, a bit like Vlad.
I don't know. Anyway. Well then, okay, whatever you want to call it, fine. It was an hour or 2 hour interview, anyways. So maybe it's not a podcast. Okay, not everything is a podcast. You're right. So he did an interview with somebody, and during. Along the lines in the interview, maybe an hour and a half into it, he started saying that basically these people are my sons and they're rubbish. Like all the podcasters these days, he's talking about other podcasts, they're rubbish. He was the first one to do it. I think he did it maybe 7, 8, 9 years ago. 7 to 9 years ago is when he was doing it.
Who's that?
Tricky.
Okay.
So then, as I'm listening to DMD, I didn't know all of this stuff. I'm hearing all of this stuff through DMD, which is the point I'm trying to prove. I don't know what's going on. These man, I listen to their podcast.
You don't know what is going on.
I don't know what's going on. If I listen to their podcast, then they really put my ear to the ground on a lot of stuff that I'm not privy to anymore.
Okay,
that's similar to what I was talking about with the finances stuff.
Yeah.
It's that I realize I've aged out of a lot of these things, or I'm just so far removed now. I'm not privy to this stuff unless I listen to people that know what they're talking about and they tell me.
Yeah.
So I went back and listened to his podcast, the interview, and he was saying what you're saying. I was like, okay. And then Bouncer, who has a connection with Tricky, I think they were going to do some work before or whatever. He took it personal. So, and because it seems like Bouncer, some people may say he not clout chasing, but if anybody mentions his name, he will be fast to make a video, put their picture there, do this, blah, 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 blah. Because there's a couple of people that he seems to be going backwards and forwards with.
Are you internet ready?
So, but then when he was saying that Tricky on his podcast, like I'm the first, all these people come after me, then obviously Smokes had to be like, you know what? Basically, he's like, they're not the first. He's not the first. Again, he said, I think he's talking about the hood style podcast, but when it comes to just the black man's, because Tricky then said he came after HC. He said he learned from from Poet and Chucky. So he said he learned from them, and there was another one as well. I can't remember which one it was. But he said those two were the ones that were before him. And then obviously Smokes being super early to the podcast game, he was like, there's other people. And then he did shout us out eventually and said that, we're talking about early guys. ESN were there as well.
Okay.
All right, so he did. So, which is another reason I have to shout him out. I was gonna big him up before, anyways, just because I saw it pop up on my feed that he's back, and then when I listened to it, he shouted us out in terms of we one of the earliest, but he didn't bracket it in terms of what Tricky was talking about. But he was just saying that
if you want to talk
for
about
DMD and what's the one that was big? It was on Spotify.
Free Shots.
Free Shots. ESN, like us, them as we were all like here before him, so you can't say he was first. But I get where he's coming from. He wasn't cussing him out. So anyway, that's that.
Large amount.
So that's that. Yeah. So shout out
DMD. I wondered where you was going with that.
Sorry,
But,
a bit long-winded, yeah.
no, but your brother knows you.
This one time I didn't say anything. Why are you bringing it to me like?
Smokes respect for that still, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that the end of the story though?
Yeah, more or less.
Oh my god, I did think there was more.
No.
Because I thought you was going to talk about Tricky and stuff. The whole reason why you
That
talk
stuff
about
is still ongoing now, isn't it?
But who's beefing with who then? So Bouncer's beefing with Tricky.
There's somebody called, I forgot his name, but Bouncer's got an online beef with another rapper turned podcaster. He does it in his kitchen and he's dropping stuff. I've never heard of him before though, no offense. And he mentioned Bouncer. So him and Bouncer are going backwards and forwards.
Okay, all right.
And then Bouncer responded to Tricky. I don't know if Tricky has responded back to Bouncer because Bouncer took it personally. And maybe there are other podcasters that have taken it personal as well. I don't know.
You know what makes me laugh about people like Tricky, yeah? Because I know Tricky. I see Tricky all the time in the hood. I used to see him all the time. We spun each other. What's going on? You right? Blah, 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 blah. Didn't even really know his name. We just know each other from the hood, yeah?
Yeah.
But because I'm not hood, yeah? I know nothing about this guy apart from he's always smiling. He's a nice thing. We see each other. We spun each other. We're always in the same places, blah, 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 blah. The way I didn't find out about this one is one gangster. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that you was about that life. There's certain people that I got to school to them. I know their mum, blah, blah, blah. And they are about that life.
Apparently, one of his older brothers is the one that is DC. So apparently, DC is a very street legend. It's his older brother. And
yeah, I think
I don't.
Is he in jail or dead now? I can't remember the two.
I think maybe he's in jail. Maybe.
But I know him. That's who I know.
Yeah, exactly. I would see him. Yeah.
All the media know him as well. Everyone knows him. That's what I'm saying.
He's known, isn't it?
But yeah, man.
So he was talking about stuff, beef that he had back in the day. He's like, and he said when people threatened him, he said he took it seriously. Like some people be like, "Oh, you're shook." He's like, "I would be in Leeds. There's somebody's coming for me with something. I'll be in Leeds the next day." While everybody else is going there raving, he's like, "I'm not mucking about." He's like, he spent plenty of time outside the hood because he had to for whatever reason.
Yeah, their man was there was a big beef with them and. Obviously, they had a big beef with
Tottenham.
Yeah, with Tottenham boys, and which not even just Tottenham. Obviously, So Solid and them lot as well. Well, not So Solid, but the guy that was kind of in So Solid.
See, I don't know this stuff
because Mega Man kind of had links with the guys from Tottenham, innit?
But I will say, this is when I know he's my age, innit? I believe he's my age. I think he might have even he didn't go to my school because in the interview he was going through his whole history. He said what school he went to, which is down the road. But he said there was no beef in Hackney. Back then. Yeah,
at the time.
And I was like, I know there is because I know people very close to me who had inter-Hackney beef.
Yeah, but it might not have been as bad as it is now, like.
I know people had to leave the borough.
Yeah, well, you know that Square used to have beef with Phils and Phils used to have beef, but again, he might be
Dalston there was inter-Hackney beef. I think maybe, but that's...
he would know more than...
I was young then when it was happening, so he would have been young when it was happening as well.
Yeah, so maybe he but again, at some point, they might have all linked up, but Hackney's always had their inter-Finky beef. But then... When that point when Tottenham and it was beefing, everyone then had to link up and deal with Tottenham, innit? Because their man was just going on crazy.
It was a lot.
I remember hearing things in school, but I was so far removed. I was talking with Yoms about this yesterday because we were talking about...
You can't have been that far removed.
I was far removed.
Maybe.
In terms of, I would hear Tottenham boys, Hackney boys is beef, or I'll be in the school hearing people, boy, we're gonna go Tottenham and blah blah. But I wasn't friends with any of these people. I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't friends with them?
Who are you talking about then?
There is man that's in your primary school, like we've got them in our house, taking pictures with your birthday cake. that was involved in this beef.
Yeah, but
at the highest level as well, not even like the minor level. The highest.
Yeah, but that primary school is different than secondary school. That stuff would have happened later on, and I would know them because I would have gone to. But
Of course you know them. They was in your house eating cake and jollof rice.
Put it this way, I was telling you yesterday that my dad just kept me away from the hood. So I was in the hood, but I wasn't in the hood, and I was naive to the hood. So the stuff was going on around me. Yes, this is true. But I was naive to it, and it's not just my dad kept me off it. It was just my eyes were closed to it. So
I didn't go to school in Hackney. I wasn't really involved in the Hackney side. I was more involved in the Leighton, Walthamstow, all of that rubbish that was going on them sides.
Yeah,
I didn't really have the effects that.
And I didn't know too much about the stuff that was happening in Hackney because my school, I didn't go to school in Hackney. I went to school completely at the end.
No.
My problem was that I had family in all of the boroughs.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So
power extreme.
yeah, like I had like Islington, Haringey, Hackney. I got family in all of the boroughs. So I would have to pass through all of those areas.
Yeah, at some point.
And
you're distinctive as well.
Yeah. So
the thing with me, sorry, Karen.
Goodness, yeah. So that like I knew the beef that was going on. I knew who was beefing, but somehow I managed to slide and get a pass because
you're not involved.
I'm not involved.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not involved, then people are cool. That's what I'm saying. When I'm saying I'm talking to bare man, and I don't know that these men are on some serious thing, but because I'm not involved, you know what I mean?
Well, as I say, back in the day, they would leave you alone if you ain't
involved. Even
but I wasn't sure because I had family ties, isn't it?
That could be it.
Even me, the thing about where we lived, it made it worse. It made it funny for me sometimes because where I obviously went to school was all far off, right? So then they'd be like, "Where do you live?" Oh, I live in Hackney. That was it. The minute you said you lived in Hackney, bro, you lived there because it was still at that time when Hackney was notorious.
Yeah.
So they're like, "You live in Hackney?" I'm like, "Yeah." So then everybody either assumed that I was on smoke. And then when they found out I wasn't on smoke, then they would be like, "All right, cool. He's not one of them man that's." But then obviously it was just such a mazine area.
Mr. Wolf is not interested in this East London.
Yeah, but he comes from an area that I'm sure that was just the same.
Yeah, but his stories will be different, innit?
Yeah, his stories will be south, but
his stories will be black and white.
Yeah,
more or less the same. To be honest,
they're all the same. That's what I'm saying.
Just a different area.
Everyone dying over postcodes that no one owns the houses for. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy. But it is what it is though, man. But yeah, shout out Tricky, man. As I said, I know him as a nice guy. So anyone else that sees him differently, that's your business, boy. I know him as a nice guy.
All the gangsters I know, they're all nice.
That's what I'm saying. Unless you do something to them.
I'm trying to think. All of them are nice until there's
time for smoke.
They're split, but very split personality business. Which is why I say, there are people that are rah. It's like, okay, they're barking, man. The ones that I know bite don't bark.
They don't say nothing.
They're not, and they're smiling at you. You know, on Goodfellas where they say, and they came at you with smiles. You know, they didn't make raise and they'll be killing you the next day. That's the really voiceover. They came at you with smiles. That's these people. But you know, if you had crowd with them, they wouldn't come at you with smiles. But in general, they're smiley people, man.
Yeah. So very much.
You agreeing? The people that you know that are on crud.
Yeah, I was looking at a video just today relating to martial arts and people that are part of boxing, Muay Thai and all of that. And they say that the people that are at the elite level are those that have that kind of, they never said split personality, but are able to just switch it at a time that is required, but are calm in the chaos. So when you look at someone like Terence Crawford, very calm in a fight, but when he needs to rattle, the guy's going to rattle. Whereas you look at someone like Conor Benn, he's just a rattler, and sometimes his emotions will take him overboard and it will stop him from winning a fight. So some of the most callous individuals and some of the most orchestrated people when it comes to those kind of things have that kind of.
Did you hear I said it's one of the most callous people.
Callous and orchestrated. Yeah, I like it. There's somebody I work with, and we were talking about football in the area, and then I was like, "So who do you support?" He's like, "I used to, but I don't really." I said, "What's happened with you?" He's like, "I'm not really big into football." I said, "Oh, what is it into?" And then I looked at his face. It's the first time I properly spoke to him, and the man had the bent nose and the cauliflower ears. So I said, "Did you fight? You fight it? He boxed." He said, "You could tell." He straight away knew. You could tell by the ears. I said, "Them ears is a bad scene, bruv. I could tell you must get licked in them." He's like, "I love UFC. I love watching it and doing it." It's like it was talking about this something. He said, "I used to play football, but I don't really anymore. There's no adrenaline that you can get more than getting into the ring." And I said, "It doesn't bother you getting hit." He's like, "No, it's just different. It's different." But then I think he was coming across like, I used to be a bit bad. But now that I know I can really hurt somebody, I don't, it's like, it's only in the ring I release and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's like anybody can trouble me. And I just walk past him. It's like, I'm sorry, bruv. I'm the sorry, bruv kind of guy. So again, because now I know I can hurt you, I have nothing to prove.
Can I play the clip? I just found it. Yeah. Is very interesting. Pass me the lead.
Oh, you need the lead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, when it comes to the Muay Thai, myself, I was very much nervous before every training session because I know how much because I knew how difficult it was.
You never got over the nerves?
I did as soon as I got in there, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, once it starts?
Yeah, as soon as you start and you're in, you enjoy it. And I get it because weirdly enough, I enjoyed hitting and getting hit. Like the pain, if the pain was okay.
I don't get this at all. At all.
I get it.
I need to, maybe I need to do it before I get it.
I understood it even before I was in it, but once you feel it, pain is pain, but when you can kind of absorb it and you know what your threshold is, because it was an injury that made me stop.
That's like Thanos. Pain is pain. Once you absorb it, you can live with it. Or Bane's
That's Bane, yeah. It's just
I was born in it, molded by it. Yeah. I didn't know peace until I was a man. It was boring.
Study of 440. Apparently, the most dangerous fighters are often the most emotionally intelligent. Interesting.
I won't play the whole thing. It's nearly 2 minutes.
A study of 444 martial artists across jiu-jitsu, judo, karate, boxing, wrestling, and Aikido found that high-level fighters had significantly stronger emotional clarity and self-repair than lower-level ones. And get this, boxers scored especially high in emotional self-awareness and emotional control. In fact, one study found that they performed up to 72% better than non-athletes in those areas. Daniel Goleman, the brilliant mind and the man who literally wrote the book on emotional intelligence, he put it like this: we have two minds, one that thinks and one that feels. And elite fighters train both. They don't suppress emotion, they use it. Because in a heated exchange, your emotional brain can react up to 500 times faster than your rational brain. So the fighters who stay composed, they've trained for that. They've learned to channel chaos into control. And it's not just theory. A meta-analysis of over 3,000 athletes found that higher emotional intelligence directly correlates with better sports performance. And combat sports takes it further. You're not just managing pressure, you're managing your body and emotions under actual physical threat. So the next time that you train, ask yourself, are you just sharpening your technique, or are you sharpening the mindset that makes it all count?
Oh, I like that.
I think that crosses over through everything.
That's why I'm so good at football.
Well,
emotional intelligence.
I think that crosses over through everything, not just sports.
Not just sports.
Everything. If you got to,
because she did mention the book, and the book is all about your mind generally, not just related to sports.
Yeah.
But those who have the sharper minds in sports will get to the elite level.
That goes without saying anyway. So I don't think you even need to do a study for that. It just makes sense that if you've got emotion and like a conscious, the person that can deal with the emotion. And it's what we said a couple of weeks ago.
I think in boxing though, in boxing and some martial arts, not always necessarily the case. And the reason why a lot of people like Mike Tyson is because he was just a brute and he would just go in there.
I would disagree. I would think he is very emotional. Have you heard him talk?
I've heard him talk, but when it came to...
You think he's just a brute?
No, but for me, personally, as someone who really loves boxing, I wouldn't put him...
to someone that knows nothing.
Doesn't
know what he's talking about.
Go on, say it, go on.
I don't look at him as one of the greatest heavyweights.
What?
In that way, yeah. I don't. I think he was very explosive and he was very, exciting. And that's why people loved him. And that's why he became the superstar that he was. He was very explosive. But when he came up against top level fighters, he didn't have it. He lost every time.
But that was like 4 times, wasn't it? Only 4 times in his whole career. Or
he lost quite a few towards the end, but nobody could tell what, or no one can see what was going to happen before, or if he didn't go to prison. So that was a major part of his stumbling block, becoming a real top fighter. I think he would have beaten Evander Holyfield, but when he did come out and he fought Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, and a few others, he not for me.
I mean, so
and that is an argument that not everybody's gonna co-sign, and I get it. But but just from my point of view,
for me, it's interesting because on the other side of that, you have someone like Muhammad Ali who was out of the sport because of not being drafted and going to prison himself, and then he came out. So it is a testament of character, somewhat,
for Muhammad Ali.
Well, testament of character for them both, because, like you said. If Tyson didn't go to prison,
who knows?
Who knows? Whereas Ali did go to prison, and it still
it didn't. It didn't really. It
did, but it didn't. At the same time,
yeah, he continued. He won a world title, and he continued to fight the elites, and he won.
Yeah,
it was Mike Tyson didn't.
Yeah, so that's sometimes interesting.
But to go in and to come out and to still be a top level fighter is a big deal. And
of course, it's massive.
No one's taking anything away from him, and I think that he is, in some eyes, I mean, he is in the Hall of Fame, and a lot of people see him as one of the greatest. But me as a heavyweight,
no, I see him as...
Some people hear that and think that I'm mad, but...
I do consider him one of the greats. But I believe he has his own caveat.
I mean...
And the caveat is that it's... I don't know. It's like, for me, one of my favourite footballers of all time was Ronaldinho. And a lot of people... don't necessarily agree with that, but they can understand why, if that makes sense. Yeah. And the reason why he was my favorite was because he actively made me
enjoy football.
Yeah. I played football before Ronaldinho came about and I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. By all means, I did. But you see, when I saw him play, it changed everything for me.
And that's what Tyson done to a lot of people.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
So it's that kind of...
I get it. Just on my perspective, I think that I would put a number of heavyweights before him.
Yeah. And lots of people will put lots of players before Ronaldinho. But
I acknowledge fully what he done to the sport.
Yeah.
Being a heavyweight champion at 20 years old and, then just massacring everybody that comes in front of him, winning fights before he's even come out because people are scared of him.
Yeah.
So all of that is a madness.
I used to have a little bit of a hatred for him at one point because he was knocking people out so quickly. And the fights,
you were waking up.
Yeah, the fights were here at 4 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes I'd be lucky where my uncle would say, you know what, let's have a watch party, and then you go to his house to go and watch this thing, and after you've gone raving somewhere, you go there, it's 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, you sit down, ding, 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 12 seconds later, poof.
And he's knocked the head off.
The man's knocked the head off. That's it. Like, showtime done. You got to leave the yard. My man's got canopies and shit in his house for the people that have come over for this watch party, and the party done. You get me?
It was very much like my dad was very much into boxing, and we'll sometimes wake up or be up for prayer a lot of the time for prayer, and then the boxing will be in the background, and when the prayers finish, we'll go and watch the boxing.
That sounds like an album. Prayer and boxing.
Boxing, man. Yeah, I mean, no. Tyson was a madness, But just in terms of elite level heavyweight, in my opinion, I would put a number of heavyweights before him.
But then it is more. He was more of the brute strength and thingy, but he was still a smart boxer though.
I think a lot changed. It's just similar to the whole Rocky Marciano thing. No, not Rocky Marciano. Rocky the film when his trainer died.
Yeah, he changed.
He wasn't as good, and the same thing with Mike Tyson when Castamato passed. He was never the same.
Yeah, I think boxing becomes. It all depends on how you watch boxing. Some people watch boxing to see the violence, to see somebody get knocked out, and if that's what you want to watch the boxing for, then Mike Tyson is your legend. That's it. If you want to see a technical boxer and see technicalities and stuff like that, some people might say that Usyk is a better boxer than Mike Tyson. Stuff like that, because even though he's not knocking people out, the technique that he's using to box or whatever, some people might say that he's a better boxer than Mike Tyson. I wouldn't say that. I would prefer Mike Tyson. But some people will say technically this one is better or that one is better. That's why a lot of people will used to talk about Tyson Fury. Because you watch Tyson Fury fights, yeah, you might not enjoy the fight. But technically Tyson Fury is a bad boy boxer. It's crazy. He knows how to keep his reach. He knows when it's time to lean on somebody. He knows when it's time to use all the dirty tricks, this, that, and the other. There's certain boxers.
So who's the best of both worlds? Like a Lennox?
Lennox is a wicked boxer, man.
As in
the best of both worlds,
and the actual art of boxing. Who's the one that's in the middle?
Right now.
No,
in general.
In general, of all time.
Somebody that I will know because I'm not.
But then now it will be Crawford then.
Yeah, but Crawford because not heavyweight though.
Yeah, but in terms of
that's what we watched the fight for recently.
That's the one that battered Canelo.
Canelo. Technically, he is amazing, but he enjoys to fight. So if a fighter wants to go blow, he will stand in the middle of the ring
and go blow for blow.
And he'll go blow for blow. Happily. And say, let's do this.
But him beating Canelo the way that he beat Canelo has just, like, everyone knew that he was one of the best boxers in the world. No problem about that. But the way that he beat Canelo, that was a big stamp to say, you are the best. That's like, there is no one better than you.
There's no doubt. Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
No doubt. Considered one of the best of all time.
The only problem that he's got, and everyone's going to have that problem now, is that he didn't get a chance to fight Floyd.
Yeah. And he was about as well. But, it's just one of those things.
And this one is emotionally intelligent, this dude's talking about as well.
Without a doubt. Very, very calm and cold.
Yeah.
And what I liked is that at times he was getting run in the press conferences. But at times he let that happen, and other times he chucked it himself. So very calm, no need to ruffle feathers, and then like if you really want to watch fights on previous fights, they're all on YouTube. So there's one guy called Benavides, whose younger brother is out now. I think he's gonna fight Myron, the British boy. Lions in the tank or whatever. I forget his name now.
Who?
Oh, this British fighter.
Is that the song he comes out to or something?
No, that's like his slogan.
Lions in the tank.
Lions in the hood or something like that. I forget his name. But anyway, he's fighting him next and he's gonna get and he's gonna lose. So that's the younger brother. Yes, he's gonna lose, bro. That's the younger brother to the older brother who fought Crawford, and there was a lot of back and forth in the build up to the fight. And yeah, a lot of technical boxing in the fight, but then when they went toe to toe, they went toe to toe. And then he knocked him out in the last round.
Your missus is not in sport, or she is?
Do you know? Not really, no. But she's now become a football fan. She is telling me all of these stats and figures and games, and yeah, I got her into football.
This same woman that she don't necessarily cater for me. She caters for you. I said this already.
Did I say she don't cater for me?
Yeah, remember we was having that conversation. We were saying that
I don't remember nothing.
You don't know, so you're gonna make me feel like I'm a liar or something.
I do. If I start by saying stuff I don't remember, then I'll probably be honest with you.
I don't remember now.
You don't remember? You actually don't remember the conversation we were talking about?
Finish talking.
We were saying that his wife caters for him for some. He was talking about a particular thing. It was like, she caters for you. He's like, I don't think she does cater for me. I was like, she caters for you.
Vaguely.
And he was like, no, I don't think she
Anthony Yard.
Anthony Yard.
Yeah, Anthony Yard. Okay.
Yes.
Lions in the camp.
Yeah. Lions in the camp. Well, I said thank you.
Sorry.
Anthony Yard's had a good lot of fights where that one
Listen,
always fighting.
That guy sorry, just.
I was getting away from the boxing.
I don't know, but Anthony Yard, you got to large him up because he does not shy away from tough fights.
Always fighting, boy.
Always fighting
But he
tough
said
guys.
that's the one that's going to lose a fight.
He's going to lose, but he is just.
God bless you, brother.
He's not good enough for elite level, but he's better than everybody else below him, and that's it. So every time he goes to the elite level, he loses, which is unfortunate, and I think he's going to lose again.
That reminds me of me in my life in general.
Okay.
No, I can't class myself with the elites. I'm better than everyone else. I'm better than everyone else.
I think that may be true because part of being in that group is to be consistent with something that you're good at.
Which I don't do. Sorry, so carry on.
It's fine. I forgot what I was saying.
All right, so
But yeah, it was. But we definitely had it, and it was on the podcast as well. But it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was on the podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking.
She don't get it.
Oh, he's from Hackney.
Yeah.
Okay. East London boy, bad boy still.
Do you think that she's into sport because she was trying to get it, because she was trying to, oh, my man likes it, let me see what it's like, and then now she's getting into it? Or it's just that I'm sitting there, he's watching it, he's talking about it, and now it's kind of by osmosis, it's just getting
That
one, okay.
So she wasn't into football in any way, shape or form. But me, obviously, I'm watching games and I'm very invested into Liverpool and Nigeria and football in general. So she, like the first time we actually watched football and kind of connected in that way was when Nigeria had the penalty shootout in the AFCON a couple of years ago. I can't remember. It was in the semi-final. Was it against Ghana? Or South Africa? I think it was South Africa. And we had to pull over.
South Africa's ringing bells.
Yeah, we had to pull over because we was on the move. So I had my tablet and we were watching on tablet. And
allegedly.
What? Yeah, we pulled over.
Okay.
Yeah, we pulled over.
But you pulled over before the game started? Or to watch the penalties?
She was watching the game.
She was watching
in the
game.
passenger seat.
And then you wanted to watch it, so you pulled over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, so and she's very fully invested in football now.
Okay.
Like telling me about stuff that a lot of the time I don't want to know.
My wife.
Recently.
And it makes you moist, doesn't it?
A little bit. But
Did you see that tweet that I put? Did you see that tweet I put in the
He's a
group?
baddie.
yeah, man.
Did you see that tweet I put in the group?
About
The one I put in the other day.
I'm telling you.
It was for you.
which one?
There was a woman that said,
Something about her team's getting battered. Sorry.
Oh yes.
Her man's team is losing.
Yes.
And what did she say? She's going to have to put her throat to work or something. I said,
Yes.
God bless that woman.
Yes. I did.
God.
I knew. I said, this is for Mr. Wolf. And I know when you read it, you know what he did? He read it and went,
Yeah.
and he done it.
So look, for those of you,
I showed the woman as well and she kissed her teeth, but still.
no, there was a tweet that somebody wrote. Her man's team was losing terribly at a game or whatever. Liverpool was losing.
In a number of games before that game.
Anyway, the man's looking like he's depressed. Hopefully they don't lose this game. Just look at that, they're going to lose. They lost the game. He's like, all right, I'm going to have to put my throat to work.
Yeah.
Let me just put the example. She goes,
sorry.
Liverpool better win. I don't want my baby to be sad tonight. And then later on, she retweeted, sorry, time to put my throat to work. And I said, God damn.
Listen, let me stand and salute that woman. The face of that woman, of that thing you said earlier on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that face. That face is naughty, man.
She's a bad girl.
And you know what? No amount of cloth can hide what that one is working with.
Naughty girl, man. And okay, what we're talking about. There's not one time that I watch that and I don't laugh. And there's no point in me playing it because you actually have to watch the video to see her expression.
Well, you have to link to the social media, post it.
Repost it. I'll repost it. So basically, the man's asking a woman in Kenya who's wearing a Muslim veil, and he asks her sex. What did you ask her?
Intercourse before marriage or after.
And then she says, obviously, after I'm a Muslim. And the look that she gives.
No. She said, I'm also a virgin.
I'm also a virgin. And the look that she gives the camera, like to say, I can't hide the lies that I'm telling right now.
Can you hold the comment that you wanted to start off with?
About the football thing.
Whatever it was that you were going to start off with, that I stopped you so I can play the intro music. Do you even remember still what it is?
Yeah, I was asking where's the most disrespectful place you watch football, but you don't have to go. You can just carry on.
Because now we're talking about women claiming to be virgins. That thing I sent you.
Purely virgin.
All right, I don't know if you man
It's
saw
one of
this.
the best videos of all time.
Purely virgin.
Yeah,
Virgin. All right, I'm going to play this clip. And I want to know what you mans think. If this was...
We can go back into that tweet that happened weeks ago as well that we didn't get a chance to touch on. But anyway.
Okay, where did I post it? In
I don't even know what you're referring to.
Same.
In the Akaash Singh business.
Who?
Oh, okay, yeah. Even our nephew sent it to me again as well today.
The what, sorry?
Akaash Singh is a comedian. He's on a very, very popular podcast with
Andrew Schultz.
Called,
Okay.
another comedian.
What's it called again?
It's called Flagrant.
Flagrant.
Does he not do the one with Charlemagne anymore?
He does that.
He does that still. Right? But I think this Flagrant one is more popular than the one with Charlemagne. Right.
Put me on
So,
your show, Charlemagne.
The Fit and Fresh podcast dudes, the blue pill, I think it is, or red pill. It's red pill guys.
Them pussies.
They're the ones that we've spoken about them a few years ago. For those of you who don't know who they are, they're guys that
Our pussies.
wow. well, this is what Akaash Singh basically said. They came onto his pod and he told them these kind of things to their face. Like basically, they're the type that you shouldn't spend any money on a woman. You're a simp if you cater for women. Women are just to be used.
They bring all women on the show to just abuse them and degrade them.
They never have any intelligent women on there.
Not to my knowledge.
I think I know the guy that you're talking
And
about.
the problem again
And then they
in
turn
that country they
racist,
don't like
anti-Semitic.
because one of them is basically is African, but he looks a bit
I
Arab.
think, is he Sudanese? So,
Yeah,
so he might be the type I'm talking about when we were talking about like Sudan and the split between the Buntu and the non-Buntu black. Like, how is it?
And
he might be one of them.
People them take it because Americans they're very different. So he's abusing black women, blah blah blah. And the other one looks like he's Nigerian straight. I don't know. I don't know if he's from Nigeria.
I wouldn't say Nigerian,
but he looks like one of us, boy.
No, I would say like.
But the fact he's talking about not giving money means his blood is not Nigerian anyway.
I don't count. He doesn't look Nigerian to me. He looks West African, but a bit more centralish to West. Anyways, they were on their podcast like 2 years ago, or whatever it was, ages ago, and Akaash Singh basically pointed out to them that, in fact, I think it's actually on this. In fact, it's going to be on the video clip I play where what he said to them. Now, this is like I said, this is a while ago. I don't know if something flared up again or if I don't know if something happened in the meantime. But the dude that he went at, whose name is Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines.
I think that's not even his real name. But anyway,
either way, he came back with a video recently. Now, the video is self-explanatory. Akaash is going to be talking to the Fit and Fresh guys, and then at some point you're going to hear Akaash's wife.
Oh.
All right, so I'm going to play the thing now.
Yeah. I heard it. Yeah.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
What I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period.
Akaash only dates.
That was him talking to them guys. So that's it. Because they say they don't date black women. That's another thing that the Fit and Fresh do. So he's saying that's corny. All right. Now, the other dude, the other comedian, is going to say that, oh, my friend was a virgin before he got married, and he only ever dated. So he's only ever been out with. Akaash is Indian, by the way. So he's only ever been out with an Indian woman because the only woman he's ever been out, or that he's married, is the only woman he's had sex with. He used to date before that.
Yeah,
but the only woman that he's had sex with is his wife.
Okay,
right.
Brown. Akaash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
so
Indian
this
woman.
is like loyal through and through. Okay.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm actively trying to have an orgy because, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches. Okay, I have two butthole stories. So one time I met this guy on Tinder and I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to fucking hook up. And I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore.
Oh my God.
And I remember that he
what
like, what kind of porn do you watch when you use a vibrator?
Okay, not gonna lie, I don't watch porn while using a vibrator. What? I just think my imagination is vibration enough.
What?
I just think of like my own husband while I'm like doing it.
Wait, that's kind of baller, but I
Yeah.
could never do that.
Yeah. And so I was
Oh,
using
you
and your
This is the wife that said I could never do this. So her co-host said, I think about my husband. I don't need a vibrator when I'm when I'm using a vibrator. I don't need to watch porn.
Yeah.
I can just think about my husband.
Yeah.
And the way he's edited it is bad, but it was the natural flow of the conversation. Eventually, she said, I could never do that.
That's mad, man.
But I think she was more talking about she needs to watch something.
Yeah.
Because I actually watched the thing.
But yeah, the way you did it, the way you cut it out.
But there's more to, so a lot of these things have been edited in a way. But end of the day, she said everything she's saying here.
husband split finances. And I'm going to be really fucking honest.
I don't.
We don't.
We don't.
First
of all, that's a fucking red flag. I'm not like, no joke. I love you girls. If you want to work, all for that, whatever. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his accounts or has separate accounts, that's a fucking red flag. This is not a two-way street. This is a one-way street. His money is our money and my money is my money. And look, have I only made $600 from content creating?
Wow, it went up $100 from last week.
But that's my money. Okay?
I don't know if you watch The Boys, but I love him on The Boys.
I never watched that show, but like he's on my hall pass list.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Chase Crawford, Jacob Elordi, Austin Butler, and who else?
Do you know why I think I have like a good marriage? I think it's because my husband's never here.
Okay, so I've been getting a lot of comments that I'm using my husband for clout, and yeah, that's.
So I'll leave it there. That was more towards the end of it now.
Mm-hmm. So what is it about what that woman's doing?
He claimed his missus was a virgin as well.
Right, okay.
Did he? Yeah, Akaash said that his wife is a virgin. Was a virgin before him.
Oh.
So they've both each other's first partners.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been saying, he says it like on his podcast and other people's podcasts.
Why would you even mention it?
Because that's part of his story, that he's a virgin, and then he met she came to one of his shows. She was fine. They got to talking, and she also said
mine back up again now, please.
that she's also a virgin. So they both. She still claims it, or she has claimed it since. He has. So it's a story that they're both happy to talk about. Clearly, she's happy talking about her sexual proclivities in her own pod. So they have that kind of relationship where they say things in public. Now, I showed this to my missus, and I'm thinking, if I was there claiming that my wife was a virgin, and then she said this stuff, I don't know what I would do.
Just popping.
Because I'm not big on being shamed in public over social media. If something happens to me in person, I might trip or say something. I can feel. It's not that I don't feel shame. I feel shame. But on the internet, I think I've been around this podcast game and internet long enough. Yeah. So it's just it doesn't bother me. Like, but if this happened to me, I don't know if I could go out for a couple of years.
Seriously,
brother, this is highly embarrassing. I'm not, you know me. I'm not usually on this kind of. This is salacious kind of stuff. I'm not usually on this flex.
Yeah.
But this one is like, this is so embarrassing. This is so.
This is highly embarrassing.
This is such a mazine. It's like, I actually need to see where this one plays out. I've been going to his pod. I want to see the new episode. I want to see him talk about it. I want to see what his retort is, because he did come at them out before this.
Allow me to retort.
So it's like, I need to see what he comes back with, because I'm always thinking, you know me, I'm very contrarian. If somebody's on the left, I'm answering on the right on their behalf, even if I believe in the person on the left. And then if when the person on the right talks, I'm answering on the person on the left behalf. I'm always like shadow boxing with everything.
Yeah.
This one, I can't see what the lick back is. You've lost. I just like, this is. It's like
you've lost.
Perfect. I don't see where you can come back from. You guys say this about women. You know, you talk about, like, they included a bit in here, which no, I don't think any of us would have an issue with where she's saying his money is our money and my money is my money. He's using that as an insult. You're a simp. You pay for your woman. All of us here don't have an issue. If Akaash has got money, he can afford to look after his woman. None of us have an issue with that. But that's something he's using to say you're a simp, you're a simp. So I don't agree with anything with this dude saying. But you've opened your mouth to say, I'm a virgin, my wife is a virgin, and you guys are idiots for thinking the way you think.
So he's
like, oh yeah, your woman, and as he said, he was on the brown flex. I'm Indian, I'm pro-Indian, I wanted an Indian woman. Then his
swinging that dick to
Indian
a white woman
was saying, I miss my days pussy popping in the white frats. And then all her hall pass, and when you have a hall pass, this is like the one that if
something was to go
for whatever
down.
reason, your partner will allow you to have sex with this person. So for me, it might be. In fact, I might ask.
So hold on.
who your hall pass is. They're all white.
So his wife,
yes,
was she the one saying that she had the butthole thing?
Yes, the whole thing of the woman chatting was his wife.
Apart from the bit where the friend said, "When I masturbate, I think of my
everything
man."
else was,
and she said, "I could never do that."
But everything else
with the sound effects on top.
But everything else was.
It was all her.
To me, it's like this, isn't it?
The butthole thing was a finger, by the way.
Your woman's-
if you listen to the whole thing, she was saying that the man kept trying to put his finger up.
This man went to investigate all of the
No, somebody sent him one of the clips. You can see the video now because, like I said, I'm invested in this now. Where he was on his show,
I invested the
and
money.
somebody must have sent him because it's on her podcast is a couple of months old. So she's opening her mouth.
This is the problem with podcast,
somebody's
bro.
watched the podcast and sent it to him, and he's watching it, and he's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "I didn't know this." And you can see, obviously, the light bells are going. He's like, "Oh, okay."
This is the problem, yeah. Anyone that's got a podcast that is not ready to understand podcasting,
Not internet ready.
Internet ready, as my mum would say. Yeah. You get on there, and you just start talking, not knowing that the people are going to see what you're saying.
This is the conversation I had with my wife, and I said, "Anything since I've been with you, I'm internet ready. If we're going to put it that way, I'm internet ready. I'm seasoned." But I said before you, season 1 of ESN.
Wild, baby.
Because since my wife, it's been season 2. She wasn't around during season 1. I was single during season 1, and I was 30-year-old. And 30-year-old, maybe you could call that mature. For me, it wasn't mature. I was still very immature 30-year-old. I was mature with certain things, but not on the podcast. And just like we're saying, people that don't podcast, you don't understand. People that have never been in the media, you don't understand. If somebody puts a mic, because you say, why is it this person that is a musician, is an actor, is a performer? They're on the podcast, and all of a sudden they've opened their mouth and they said some nonsense, and now they're gonna get cancelled, or they've done this and that. It's different. You have to season yourself to stand in front of a mic, sit in front of a mic, and talk for an hour.
Respect yourself.
And talk for an hour, 2 hours without saying some nonsense.
And this is the biggest problem, yeah. When you're sitting around talking to your boys or somebody that you actually feel comfortable with, you forget that you're talking to the world. So you just start saying some stuff, and then eventually you be like, "Oh man, I should have said that." Or whoa, why did I say that? And then you might not even, again, because you're on the podcast, it might be unlikely you even listen to the podcast before it gets released.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, somebody's coming to say, well, you said this about this. Oh.
Exactly.
I didn't even think about you listening to this or you hearing this.
So
or you
this
hearing
woman
that.
has just started her podcast. She's new to this.
And she's doing what every other woman is doing.
She does what most people do when they start.
The podcast. And a lot of the women podcasts is, again, the ones that's quite successful are quite like things like Call Me Daddy, all those types of things. They start off with a twing of a highly
sexual
thing. So she's just doing what she's probably seen that other people doing as well, isn't it? So again, she's not gonna go on there and be like, well, I've only had my husband's penis and it's a very fine penis and that's the end of my story. If you want to be salacious, if you want to get viral,
because she's trying to be TikTok famous.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, they say it like, the white host, what's his name again?
Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Schultz is going on other podcasts like, we're trying to big her up. She says, this is her, blah, blah, blah. She wants to be TikTok famous, so go follow her.
Yeah, you can see that she's obviously by the way the tone that she's using. Yeah,
your man is very rich.
I don't know.
I think maybe both of them are just clout chasing, man. Sometimes some people, maybe a bit of naivety is in there as well, but
they've discussed this.
But some people but I believe that some people are just fake, very much fake when it comes to public eye stuff and social media stuff, and that is basically what a lot of people on social media.
Most people to be.
The fact that she's saying that she wants to be TikTok famous for me is confirming a bit what
that's a red flag.
What Mr. Wolf is saying. But this is what I'm saying. Again,
even a man though, like chatting all this nonsense about she was a virgin and all. He knows all of this stuff, bro.
But she might not have been a virgin. Again, her being fake might be the lies. She might be saying all of this stuff as lies. She might have just been a virgin.
Maybe. Yes,
or
someone's lying.
Because somebody says pussy popping is dancing, it's not having sex. She might have been. You know, there are virgins, purely virgins, who on the surface it looks like you're not a virgin. You do too much to be a virgin, but they're not having sex.
Well, that's the woman in the hijab that gave you that smile.
They're not having vaginal sex.
Yeah.
Bruv, that one I've heard in the Asian community is a big thing, you know.
Yeah, of course.
That the man is this guy named Anos rather than because obviously they're gonna get married, and if they get checked and it's not correct,
if that hymen don't pop.
It might be some other
somebody else to
pop.
get it pop.
Yeah, so I don't know. So yeah, so it's not like it's not something that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
but for me, I didn't care. I was like, this as long as it's not my wife doing it.
But that's what I'm asking.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's how I looked at it.
This is what I'm saying. I would hope that my wife wouldn't go on the podcast and start talking all this madness about. What would she say? This is what I'm saying. I don't know. Would you be more upset if she was talking about your life with her, or would you be more upset if she was talking about her past life?
I would be upset she doesn't have any self consciousness. I was going to say respect, but it's just
restraint.
Just
discern.
Like, you should have learned from me by now. Oh, wow. You should have learned. I've made mistakes, so you don't have to. You get me?
Hove did that, so hopefully you don't have to go through that. Have you heard about the fact that you don't watch the Joe Budden podcast?
I do not watch Joe,
but they always say that there's a whole line for everything, and it's literally when there is almost a whole line for everything. It's mad. Right. But anyway, yeah, it's just in the end, it's what it is. Like I can't see them not have had this conversation already, and stuff like maybe he didn't know they was going to be used against him in the court of violence. Yeah, but
domestic violence.
But they probably had this conversation before.
You really? Have you had the conversation with your? In fact, I don't need to.
My wife is not doing content creating.
No, but in terms
I'm saying,
of, I don't know what my wife was doing before me.
I'm talking about. She's had this talked about what she's going to talk about. I'm talking about sex. So I'm going to be talking. I can't see two people that live in the same house that he hasn't listened to her podcast at least once or find out, especially if you're trying to push her product. Mm-hmm. They've had this discussion about this sex thing before.
I don't know. Their podcast is not a sex podcast. He's taking clips from 3 or 4 podcasts where they just so happen to go over the topic.
No, but all the TikTok videos, you think he don't follow his wife on TikTok?
Yeah, I haven't seen all the TikTok videos.
The TikTok videos was there when she's in the thing talking about I take on the whatever, blah blah blah. That's all on TikTok. That's not the podcast.
No, the podcast the about the anus.
That was on. That sounded like TikTok to me.
No, that was a podcast.
No, but the rest of the stuff that I saw, there was bits in there that's TikTok. That's not the podcast.
The one that is applicable to what we're talking about in terms of giving out past information of the sexual nature is the one about being a missing pussy popping with the frat boys. That's the only one that was about sexual stuff that was from TikTok. The rest of the stuff is her talking to her friend on the podcast.
There's no way that I don't think this guy doesn't know that his wife's done this stuff.
Also, another thing that
since I was born to this earth, I haven't slept with any woman before. I am purely virgin. Because of this, when I pray to God, it goes straight to God.
Okay. She was like, yeah, all right, bro.
When I went to watch the podcast, that episode, so you see 3,000 views, 4,000 views, then that episode, like 18,000 views. And she's there in the comments. Yeah, you can do what you want. Thanks, guy. You made our podcast 18,000 views. I'm like, oh my God, this woman has no shame. Yeah. She's thanking him for, look how many views we got. That's proper clout chasing now.
Less enough, no more giving them the energy. Bro.
Listen, I want to talk about that thread that we was meant to talk about the other week, but we didn't get a chance, yeah?
Go on then.
So there was a thread that happened on Twitter that went viral a few weeks ago where, I don't know where the discussion came from, but somebody was like, you men are complaining, almost like, if you could find the thread even, just to get the thing. Because the term was like basically saying that you men are complaining about the fact that women are asking you for stuff or stuff like blah, blah, blah. It can't be that bad.
Specifically, not in a relationship, not even while you're courting. You guys that are going on like initial dates, telling me that women want you to pay or give them money, can't be true. There's a woman saying this. Right.
So then the men was just quote tweeting this thing. Did you read it, yeah?
No, I didn't. I'm not on.
Oh, you needed to read it.
Oh, my days.
I'm not on Twitter as well.
You read it, Mr. Wolf?
Only a little bit, bro.
Listen, the amount
find
of
it now.
quote tweets, and I needed you to read it because you're the only one that's been on these dating apps from us, yeah? Because the amount of things that was coming up from women that was just out of the block.
You know how I found it? Because I did, oh my God. So that is just what I searched for God and looked for the group because I remember.
Which group is it? Slab.
Yeah.
S4.
All right, so a dude has wrote, bruh, the amount of black British women dating transactionally these days is crazy.
Oh, okay.
And a woman has quote tweeted it and said, not being funny, I feel like men exaggerate this. I honestly don't think the girlies are out here being beggy like you claim they are.
Oh.
Now this one's sent it in the group and said, read the quote tweets. I opened it and I scrolled down. I didn't follow instructions properly. I saw a couple of things there. Nothing interested me. I just came off it. Didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get into a fight with him. I said,
okay, yeah.
There must be something I missed.
Yeah.
Knowing that there must be something I missed, I said, my brother wouldn't say something. So I went back a day or two later and I read his message properly and I actually went to the quote tweets. I said, okay, let me read these quote tweets. So then I went to the quote tweets. And people are basically, men are going there and they're giving receipts. They're not saying, oh, this is what happened with me. This woman asked me for money before we went out. This woman asked me to pay for the elderly. They're sending the screenshots of the messages of the WhatsApp, iCloud, or sorry, iMessage and dating app messages. And those are the worst ones because I've met you on a dating app and you're telling me pay money.
Yeah.
There's this. I'm the one that sent the number to you earlier on. Oh yeah, could you loan me £200?
Yeah.
Like, we've never met before. It's like, well, I don't think I could go on a date with you if you couldn't pay £200 for me to do my hair.
Yeah.
All of this stuff. And the woman had to come back and be like,
yeah,
all right, you got me.
You win.
You got me. I didn't know it was this bad. And that's what when men say, if a man is telling you something about what you women are doing, stop listening to the women. Because you might not do it, and you think, and your little circle of 3 or 4 women might not do it. They might not be telling you, but even if that's true, they're not. There's a whole big bad world out there that you're not privy to. So let's see if I can actually read some of the things. Baby, can you get me these, please? It's a pair of True Religion. He said, I haven't heard from you all day, and this is the first thing you say. I'm just going randomly now.
That is in the trenches, boy.
Can't find it.
This dude has sent a woman a message saying, I love you, babes. It's like basically is client. She's like, what's your snap? She's like, send me £10 first. Said, you got more chance of winning the lottery. Broadcast, no. Can't even fund a girl with a slight tenner. Go and wash the dishes. So that's British stuff as well.
Is that so? That's how they're trying to go on. You can't even fund a girl with a tenner. Go wash the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm begging you. You can't give me what I'm begging you for. So now you're even worse than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'm not in the equation. I'm begging you. You can't give me what I'm begging you. So you're rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
Can you book me a place? It's £60. No. Okay, I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want someone like you in my life.
These are not even the good ones. Yeah. The good ones are the ones in the early ones.
From a long time ago. But it was some real...
There was one woman, that the man posted, she was unhinged, and they posted her picture.
Yeah.
And she was basically saying, if you pay for my nails, I'll do anything, basically, type thing, yeah? And he was like, look at these women begging. Like, I don't even know her. I haven't even said hello, nothing. She was like, pay for my nails, and blah, blah, blah. And there was bare man that was like, how much was the nails?
she was a very good woman. She was a good woman. But the thing with her is, because that one stood out, because most of the men were being respectful and either count out the name, count out the picture, so you can see the message, but you couldn't see who it's from.
Mm-hmm.
This one posted the whole Hinge profile, so he posted
her
face, he posted her name, and I don't know what's happening with that one, but she was a fine meat as well.
Yeah.
There were so many people on this thread, bro.
This is just prostitution.
I blame
That's what they say.
I blame Nigerians, to be fair.
Go ahead.
But
Expand on this.
I don't have to expand on it.
You need to expand on it.
We messed up the market. I'm not saying I'm not even going to put we on it. They messed up the market.
The men.
Yeah, Nigerian men messed up the market.
See, this is the question. You said they. I was looking at myself in this situation.
No, but I would say they as well. I've mentioned that before, and I'm a Nigerian, but I'm not that type of guy. So there is a section of Nigerian men who is really rigged the game, bro.
But it's not just Nigerian men.
It's not just, but you ask the women, most of the time, it's Nigerian men that are doing the most, and they're setting up a certain what's the word I'm looking for? They're setting up a certain standard that is not realistic to the general people. And these women are seeing this game and thinking that is the everyday standard, and it's not.
Listen, I don't like this with this terminology. Do you know why? Because a lot of the Americans, it's Nigerians, a lot of the American women that you see talking about tricking, and they're not talking about with Nigerian men. They're talking about with their own men. So it happens in America as well.
But this take into account.
A lot of them are talking about Nigerian men.
This was UK specific
over there.
So shout out Essay. He messaged me the other day. He must have listened back to the podcast that he was on, and he's like, "You guys are so frustrating." He started the conversation. Why are you not doing video? He's like, he's always got ideas in his mind. You should be doing it. And then halfway through the voice note, he's remembered. I've had this discussion with you already. Oh yeah, you guys, you're not even on it. He's like, you guys are so frustrated. You guys could be so big, but you don't even try and do anything. You don't even try. Blah 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 blah. He said, I was on your YouTube and I see you got no videos. And then he said, oh, but there was a couple during COVID. I said, oh yeah, I forgot about the COVID ones. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. But I sent him the one that Miss Lady recorded and edited. Shout out Miss Lady. Behold.
A lady.
I listened to the podcast of you, the sisters, the other day. And that was the one with Alexander Mosu. And so because I went to YouTube to look at the videos, I saw that one. And I'm listening to it, and we had that big discussion about men paying for women. Okay. Miss Lady was one where, because she had a man that was looking after her financially, but she didn't think one in the thing. Wahala was like, he's Nigerian, innit? She's like, yes, yeah. She then went on to say, yes, Nigerian guys, they're very happy to pay. Blah, blah. We had a big conversation. Alexander Mosu was not on it. He said, if I go out with a woman and she takes me somewhere and she asks me out, and it's somewhere expensive, I'm not paying.
How long has this man been married for?
No, obviously we're talking about before, innit? Before. He said, if I'm somewhere, and because we discussed this, where you're out with a girl and all of a sudden 2 or 3 of her friends pop up, and then when the bill comes, they slip it to you. He said, I'm waiting there laughing. You think I'm going to pay? I'm not the mugu that's going to do it. So me and him had a backwards and forwards. And you included yourself, actually, because it got to the point where the discussion was, if you're out with a woman and her friends come, organically, are you paying for everyone? And I think me and Wahala said we'd pay. And Alex, again, was like, I'm not paying for all this stuff. So it was a discussion. It's interesting that we're discussing it because it was just a few days ago I was listening to that.
But this is what I'm saying. This is the thing that came to my head because a lot of the stuff
what you just said about swelling the game.
A lot of the stuff that they were saying there, I was saying, let's go back to the fresh of it. Am I a simp? Because I don't mind paying for bare fix. Like some of the stuff they were complaining about, I would have paid, but I've also never been on a dating app and somebody, the first thing they said to me is, send me money for nails or send me. And you had that discussion just the other day where they was talking about send your wife and paying for her nails or whatever. It's not something that we had to have gone through. It's not something we went through as dating people, or me anyway. Yeah. And I never was on dating apps, and the first thing people are sending me is, can you send me $60 so I can get my head and so I can come to this date? Because I would be this. I don't think I won't be like that. So that's
Mr. Wolf is the one that taught me.
So that's why I was asking him, because I'll be dismissive. I would be like, what are you talking about?
All of us are in relationship 10 years plus, right?
Yeah.
10 years plus. And so these are the ones I speak. You guys are the ones, and whether I've got closer friends or people I can't friends, you are the ones I speak to every week. And so, and all my people that are the ones that are super close are in relationships properly, kind of thing. So when I'm talking about dating apps, it's people I speak to on the periphery, hardly ever, or what I'm seeing on social media. And I see this stuff and I'm like, you people are idiots, or this is blah, 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 blah. And I remember saying, man should pay for date. And we had that big discussion on the podcast maybe 2-3 years ago, or a few years ago. And Mr. Wolf was like, you can't pay for everything. And then that's when, remember you had because like, bro, you changed. That's what you said. You've changed. And I was sitting there studying it because like, oh, Mr. Wolf, back in the day, you would have been like us. You would have said, you pay for dates. And Mr. Wolf at the time was like, oh, no, I should pay for dates, but you can't just pay for everything. And I had to sit there and I realized, hold on. If you're going on 3-4 dates a week now with different women, because you're dating seriously, and it's easy to swipe, link somebody on Monday, link somebody on Wednesday, link somebody on Friday, link somebody on Saturday. £100 here, £70 there, £40 there, £150 there. And you're like, if it's me now, I'm thinking, am I going to pay all this money for everything?
Yeah, because you got to have a separate budget for it.
But that's when I realized I I've never lived that life.
I wouldn't swipe
so,
under the
so if
people.
I was now dating in the old school ways, yes, I'll meet a woman on the street, in a club, at work, and I go on a date with one woman. And then it works out, it doesn't work out or whatever, or I'm a player and I date multiple. But when you're a player, then you know you charge it to the game. But if it comes down to a coffee date, because back in the day, my first date with my missus was in a park. Coffee date now, you tell a woman I want to go on a coffee date, she'll be like, you're rubbish, man. Like,
no, you'd be surprised.
Some women, but
because of the amount of datings that they're actually doing, coffee dates is not acceptable.
That's fine.
Some people even date at lunchtime.
But my point being that if you like a woman, she likes you, or you swiped with each other, who knows, and she says, I don't really like doing coffee dating. Not you must take me to the most expensive, but end of the day, we're gonna go to a restaurant and it's gonna cost £60. It's gonna cost cost of living, bruv.
£60.
Back in the day, you could go to Upper Street and go to them Italian restaurants and lunchtime special £20.
You're saying that you basically say what he's saying. You're multiple dating. You can't just be paying for every date because you don't even know if you like the girl. You're just paying for the dates, kind of type thing.
Yeah.
You wasn't saying that you don't pay for dates. You wasn't saying that
you're saying that in a practical sense when you're speed dating.
Yeah. While I was rubbishing it, that you must pay for it, you were like, no, it must be taken into consideration. You weren't necessarily talking about yourself, but you haven't taken into consideration that people are doing multiple dates in a week with different people potentially. So you're gonna just pay for, and that's when I hit me. You're right. If I went on, because I'm the type of person. If I was on the social media, if I was on the date apps, I'd be whoring myself. I'd be on bare dates with bare different women. I could.
That's what it was.
I could split and multiply myself easily.
It was a lot of fun.
If it's £60-70 a pop.
What, baby?
Because I can easily find myself doing something for 67. I can go to a what's the dessert place and spend £40-50 easy. Baby. So then, am I doing this 3-4 times a week, every week?
Because you like to socialize and you like to be out.
Because I had to put myself in that, and because dating for me was fun. Some people don't like dating. I really enjoyed dating, and I wasn't one that carried my money.
Bruv.
Okay, fine. And then when a woman gets bored of me talking, she disappears. Another one says, "Oh, this dude's alright," and she gets bored of me too. But in the meantime, I'm rotating, and then I'm not a person that's penny pinching during dates as well. So then but I didn't have to worry about this because I wasn't dating multiple women all the time.
Was it you?
What do you mean?
Was it you?
Dating multiple women all the time.
Wrong.
Not like this. Not 4 women. Not 4 different women, or 3, or even 2 different women a week.
Whore.
Anyway,
those dating apps for me was a lot of fun. I was on most of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there was one guy, and everyone was like, "You spot the game." Everyone had a valid one. This is the one that they was all like, "Bruv, you're just being stingy now." Yeah, the woman lived somewhere far. I think it was like in Uxbridge. And he lives, I'm assuming she was in them universities there. You get simple someone knows.
Yeah. Shout out Brunel.
Yeah. Brunel for real.
But anyway, so that it was pissing down with rain and she was dressed up to go to a date. And she's like, basically she asked him to pay for the cab so she can get to the date.
There's a tube station in Uxbridge.
Yeah, and he was like, take the tube.
Yeah, there's a tube station in Uxbridge.
She's like, I'm dressed up like to come on this date with you, like, you're not going to pay for the cab? And he's like, no. And everyone was like, bro, pay for the cab, man. Like, it's not even a big deal. Pay for the cab, innit? It's raining outside. She's dressed up nicely for you.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I agree with it. Pay for the cab.
We're messaging. You're coming on a date with me. You must call me to pay for your cab.
Well, it's not the difference. What's the difference between me picking her up and paying for the cab?
No, there's not even if the man offered, it's not an issue. The issue is, would you tell your nieces if you're on a date, like, uncle, I'm going on a date. Let's say you've gone to visit one of your siblings. Yeah. Your niece is going on a date and she's like, oh, it's raining outside. None of us can drive her. Scrap all of that.
Yeah.
Uncle, should I call the person I've never gone on a date with and tell him to pay for the taxi for me to get there?
I don't know whether or not he's never gone on a date. So
I'm asking, but that's the scenario I'm putting it in. Should I call?
I would tell her where you going. If it's the thing is like this, yeah. If she tells him, I'm gonna get the. I personally. But this is me again. I've never been in that situation. Let me finish this. I have never been in a situation where I
want all of you to answer that question.
I've never been in a situation where I'm not driving. So this thing has never come up before.
I said you can't drive her. So just go with the
if I can't drive her, I'll pay for the cab.
No, she's asked you. Should I call the person I'm going on a date with?
I would say I might tell her, just tell him or message him. I won't call him. Message him.
Message him. Whatever.
Message him and say, I'm coming to the thing, but it's raining outside and I'm gonna get the tube. And I would hope that the other person will say, I'll get you a cab. Okay. But if he doesn't say that, then I'll be like, that's fine, go on a date. But
so you're telling her, don't message him and say that. No.
Don't message him and ask him to wear the cap now.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Wolf, because that's the point. That's what she did. That's why I'm disagreeing. There's nothing wrong with
I need to find the actual tweet.
There's nothing wrong with him paying for the cab. But for a first date,
it seems reasonable
and you're telling me,
but why is it first date? No one told you it's a first date.
I'm taking it as first date. All this stuff must be first date thing. If you're gonna,
not necessarily.
Well, I don't like the idea.
Mr. Wolf has been in all these scenarios, by the way. You get what I mean?
Go.
But to answer your question, I'm not gonna tell my niece to ask a guy on a first date to pay for a cab. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Do you get what I'm saying? I would pay for the cab for her if she's asking me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You get what I mean?
Because you wouldn't expect the man to pay for it. You'd be like, don't do that. I'll do it. I'm your uncle.
And my nephew or my son, same thing on the other foot. Like, if this is a first date and situations that Mr. Wolf has been on, I have had somebody ask me, last minute kind of thing, to pay for the cab to get to the venue that we agreed that we were going to meet at. If it's something that you've kind of discussed prior, I kind of get it. But on the last minute thing, like, what have you not thought about making arrangements to get to where you're going? And furthermore, and this is why I'm saying that when Mr. Wolf was in the dating field and enjoying these dating apps, I'm having conversations with these women, bruv. So, like, you try to gauge the kind of personality that you're dealing with, and people are too fast to just jump into a 3-minute chat and then, let's go out and have a date. And
I don't have it. What's wrong with that though?
Because of these kind of scenarios. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to waste my time having stupid conversations about lastminute.com pay for my date. Like, this is the kind of thing that you should have an idea that this person is going to want this kind of thing. So if this person is the kind of person that you gauge, you're having conversations, a man must pay for everything, and then you're thinking, okay, maybe I don't want to really be talking to you. I don't really want to go out on a date with you furthermore. So, but I have paid for a cab for someone to meet me at the destination. But this was after a few dates. We spent quite a bit of time with each other, enjoying each other's company. And furthermore, she didn't ask me. I just offered. So the idea of being with someone on date 1 or even date 2 and she's telling me to pay for a cab, like, I'm not buying that, man. Just leave yourself.
Somebody put here, financial dating is where it's at a woman. And then somebody else said, and this is the truth. This is the God of this truth. Every day y'all come up with different terms for prostitution. It's what it is. Oh, no, they're selling deposit, but they don't want to say that they're selling it.
I'm not getting my niece.
That's the problem. A lot of the time they're not selling it though. So I think that's where the issue comes.
They're not even giving it up.
They're not giving it up. No.
Yeah,
no, some of them are giving it up, bro.
So what are they doing?
Getting free,
taking advantage of men.
The fleecing man, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. And
that's where the simp comes from.
Yeah, but a lot of people are not paying. A lot of people are saying no, and whilst they're not paying, and whilst they're not giving up to the financial requests, they're being called simps as well.
But then this is where the red pill stuff comes from now.
Yeah,
because it's the divide is getting so divisive that it's like, instead of just we meet in the middle and let's whatever, it's like, all right, now if I pay for something, I'm an idiot, so I ain't doing it. And if you ain't giving me nothing, then I ain't giving you no pum pum. How dare you think you can go without paying for this?
Sorry, do you know one thing that I have to kind of allow as well and kind of mention is that, like, I was dating for the best part of 5 years and I was in my 40s, bro.
All right.
Like, some of these boys are dating and they're in their early 20s, and some of them are in their teens and they're on these Twitter pages tweeting, and some of these boys are 22, 23 going to Novikov. You get what I'm saying? Trying to floss and trying to do all these things. And I've said, and I've got co-signed by, I think it was you, Stab, a lot of men for me do not mature properly until they hit their mid-30s, early 30s to mid-30s.
Man.
So when you are in your early 20s and then you've got women who look amazing, by the way, so they're looking at some of these girls and they look stunning.
With the makeup on.
Wigs, makeup, whatever their preference is, and then they're saying pay for this or pay for that. Sometimes they're gonna do it,
but peer pressure. But the
peer pressure all them kinds of things.
Penis pressure.
It's Instagram, right? Instagram is a major cause of all of these issues.
And you got to remember that internet. This is what they were born into.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Into it. But it's like you see Instagram and you're saying these girls saying, "Oh, these mans are doing this for me. These mans are doing that for me." So they expect it as to being the normal behavior. And then you have other things where people are saying, "Well, if you're not up to the again, you know when we used to say people are punching above their weight." Before we used to talk about maybe looks. Now they're talking about monetary value. Like if you can't afford me, why are we talking? Like that is it. Like there is nothing about I like the way you look or this how you are. You cannot afford me, so why are we even having these conversations? Like some of the women was like, why are these men dating outside of their price range? But what I also found very funny is that a lot of the women was just like, this thread needs to be burnt. They need to burn this thread down. Because I didn't know that women were this bad. Yeah. So they was like, because they were thinking, there's no way that women are asking for the things that these people are saying that they always are. And then when they came with the receipt, they're like, this thread is absolutely terrible for women.
And I think it's genuine, you know, because I think birds of a feather. So the women that are doing it are cahooting with the women that are doing it. So I'll show this to my missus, and she'll be like, no way. I can't believe it. Yes, and her friends wouldn't be doing stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's the age thing, or I don't know. But I know that my wife's circle, they wouldn't even know about this kind of stuff.
It's definitely not an age thing because you'll have women that are in their late 20s, late 30s, late 40s doing the same thing. Trust me, you go to these Hyatt places and there's a lot of these Niger girls that are on.
Why is it all my people, bro?
Yeah. No, I'm just talking about the women that I know. So I know that there are women that are out here boopsing, man. That has always been a thing. That was from long time.
That's been from the beginning of time.
That's what I'm saying. So
into it.
You know, this is not new. It's just that the internet has made it into a big thing.
The internet is an accelerant, but it takes everything and turns it to 100%.
Turns it to 100 10 times over. But it's something that has been happening for years, long before the internet was even there. Do you know what I mean? So,
but this is the thing. It has become a transactional situation. Well, it's always been transactional anyway.
It's always been.
But it's the way that it is now. It's just crazy. Because, and again, you know, I always blame OnlyFans for everything. Now, I also blame OnlyFans because people are there spending money on the link. And everybody wants a baddie. And you have to pay for these baddies.
I think things are circular.
You know, you would know that, Mr. Wolf.
So, don't rise to it. Don't rise to it. Everything is circular. Yeah? No idea is original. It all comes back in the end. So you're saying that back in the day it was different. It was transactional, but it was different. It was maybe a bit less. But if you go back far enough to ye old times, whether it's back home or here, where here are 3 goats, give me your daughter. Transaction. Or here, I'm born into a lower caste or lower level. For me to raise up and whatever, I must marry into what's the term? It's into something.
Class.
Into class or status. Here you go. Have my daughter. Give us some money. Now we have a name. My surname means something now. But because my daughter's beautiful. Or because my sister's beautiful. So I think it's just going back to the point where it's like, yeah, you have the money, you can afford my beautiful daughter.
Yeah, but it's turning.
You have a title. You're a duke or an earl. Shout out Andrew.
It's turning people dirty though.
It's turning people dirty.
Like I'm saying, when I say dirty, I mean like men are becoming disgusting. Women are also becoming disgusting with each other. Like this, they got no respect for each other now. That's it. It just seems like the respect is gone.
When did men and women have respect for each other?
I think men and women have respect for each other at some point.
I think we have them rose glasses, brother.
Maybe, but I just like the respect is gone. Like you are literally, and again, we used to have, I suppose, women used to have their own versions of how they would filter out men, and maybe this is their version of filtering out men. Maybe after you pay the $60 or for this or that other, they may say, oh, okay, he's not stingy. That's all I wanted to find out first and foremost. Is he stingy or if he's staush or if he's one of those guys or how he responds to me asking you a particular question. Maybe there's some people that I've used and think like, oh, my kid needs this, that, and the other. You remember the one that we had when we was talking with the media and we were talking about the woman that was asking to take food back to their kid. This is what I'm saying. Am I a simp? Because there's things that people are saying. I'm like, I don't see it as a big deal. You was there, remember that podcast?
Yeah, we were there.
Taking food if you were on a date and there's
she ordered 2 meals.
Yeah, she ordered meals for her children and he's expecting you to pay. Would you pay it?
But I feel like in those conversations, there's a little bit of a revealing of the privilege that we might have.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, and I think that's where the problem lies. I think if it becomes divisive where you could do it but you would notice, then I think the answers might be different.
There's that adage that if I got it, I'm not simping. Or I think that's, or if it's There's a phrase. No, there's a phrase. Like, if I can afford it.
Yeah, it's not.
Which might be it might have been a Jay-Z line as well. Where
It's not along the lines of got it.
Yeah, if I've got it, then you can't call me whatever because it's nothing to me.
It's nothing.
There is a rap thing.
And
goes there.
that is the dream of a lot of these girls. That is, you're not even thinking about the spending of whatever it is.
Yes.
If I'm asking you for a Louis Vuitton purse that costs £500 on the first date, it's not a big deal for me.
Yeah, but at the same time, these women have got to know their audience. So you can't just choose any random. And I'll say that and I'm not disrespecting the random, but you're expecting some quote unquote small boy to be able to buy you flipping a bag, that costs a couple of grand. Whereas, like, I know women well who have told me stories about how they met such and such, some guy, and then bam, they just put £300 in their pocket, just like that. And yeah, just give me your number, now offering to pay their mortgage.
Yeah, but
offering.
How many of them were shotters?
Nah, I'm talking about Nigerian.
I blame Nigerians.
Like none of them were shotters.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that caliber of guy who would just do that kind of thing, and it is nothing to them. It doesn't cost them. What they want is the enjoyment of being around this younger woman.
What it comes down to,
they don't want a headache.
They're playing the board game, and some people they're rolling the dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. They go around. This person is rolled the dice. Is like skip all of this. Go back to go home. That's some men is like this £300, this £250, this pay for your mortgage, this let me buy you the purse. That is go straight home. I'm going around this whole. I don't want to roll the dice.
I haven't got the time for this nonsense.
Let me let's get to the point,
and then I can go and cheat on you another time.
Yeah, I'll give you this money. Are you bad at like? I'll leave and I'll charge it to the game as well. I'll give you
these men are saying, "What are your problems?" And then
alleviating them.
Yes, and just alleviating them.
If I was that way, if I had the money. That's a line I would use.
What are your problems?
Because the money's not an issue for me. I want to enjoy myself.
Me as a man, right?
You're a delicacy.
Imagine that somebody comes up to you and says, "What are your problems? Let me just resolve them." I'll be like,
but this is what I'm saying.
Indecent proposal.
So you've got women that are put in that position. They may have like a few. They know where to go though.
That's moisture inducing. Yeah, there's certain venues
they know where to go.
The uncles.
But then it comes down to the meat market whole thingy. It's like what you said. It's just another term of hoeing.
It's prostitution, bro.
If you know that if you go here, there's a chance that somebody's gonna tap you on the shoulder and be like, "What can I do for you?" And you accept it. What are you?
Again, tricking. There's tricking. There's the ones that have the daddies or whatever they call them.
Sugar daddies. Because remember when our friend was here and we were discussing it, and I said that term, and I think you might be looking, how do you say that to term? And I'll be like, and it's not even like I'm cussing you about it.
But if you're not giving out the things, then you're not the prostitute. That's the problem.
But
if you are giving out,
I said it's in the same bracket.
Okay, fair enough.
And again, is when people say I'm not judging you, I'm judging everyone. So I'm never gonna say I'm not judging you. I'm judging you.
That one hasn't come back on again.
Yeah, but Spa, I'm cool with whatever you're doing is your life, innit? You choose as long as you're not hurting anybody, you're not getting hurt. Do what you're doing, innit? Yeah, but that doesn't mean. It's the same as what we were discussing just before we started recording. Yeah, don't get offended by something that's just the truth. You get me? The truth is the truth.
You don't know anything.
You can't keep crying over the truth.
You don't know anything.
Or my opinion at least.
And I'll tell you one thing as well, that there's a flip to this. Yeah, so you will have guys that
love bomb.
The love bomb, yeah, but I'm talking about guys who have supreme game. Yeah, so they may have some of the riches, or they may appear to be looking like they're, doing well in life, and they use that to lure.
I am Joe Blow, the lover man. You should be paying me.
And there is a lot of men that are out there living in women's houses.
They use that game to lure the women. They get what they want, and then they keep it moving.
There is a lot of men that is out there.
We know people like that.
That is basically,
and they're not paying for nothing, or very little.
Living in the women's houses, driving the women's car, doing all of this, doing all of that, blah blah blah. Because they say that. So they say that as well, innit? There's, we always hear that one about the man that's a waste man, or is this that blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we know something.
But they don't really talk about the woman thing. That's why when the woman was saying, this thing, they don't believe them, and they were coming with the receipts, they were like, oh. It shocked them because all you ever hear is the waste man. You don't really hear about the waste women that are doing this. Like somebody was saying, I can't feed my child. Can you give me £10 to the week? And it was like, what are you doing? No. Like, where does this come from? Now you're asking me to feed your child. Are you asking me to do this? Are you asking me to do that? It's mad. It's mad.
There was a time, and this is because remember, my wife, who again, as a side note, this is how bush my wife is. We just got a new washing machine delivered today. This is the most excited, and I mean literally, I'm not talking figurative. Literally, this is the most excited she's been in maybe years. She didn't want to go to work because it was getting delivered. She called me just so I could, so she could see it.
This guy finished me last week.
Bruv, I'm telling you, I haven't seen this woman excited like this ages. I'm like,
didn't you call your woman bush on the pod last week?
Yeah, she's a bushman.
And what did you say? Said something about she'll be excited to make Gary or something like that.
We were talking about the pineapple, not pineapple, the coconut, and I said I'll get her the thing. People might listen to the pod and feel, oh, you're being insulting to your woman. My woman is bush, and she knows she's bush, and I love the fact that she's bush, and that's that washing machine. You know, the woman wants to be barefoot in the kitchen. That's what she wants. That's where she feels at home. Anyways,
she looked at it for a long time.
She got there, she opened it up, she's like, wow. She's so excited. She couldn't even sleep properly, man. She was so excited. She wasn't going to go to work today, but then something happened and she had to go in. She was vexed because she wanted to be there when the washing machine came.
What does it say about you? Huh? What do you think this says about you?
I don't know. What do you mean?
Like the fact that your wife's most excited to feel about your wife is this like an Akaash situation that you've put on the blast. The most exciting thing that's in your house is the washing machine.
No, I'm excited, innit? Yeah. But she doesn't like doing the stuff that I like doing.
Yeah.
And I'm not a washing machine is exciting kind of person. So we have different likes, which is why she says go on do your ticket.
I don't know. You know what? I don't think my woman's is like she likes perfume and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, my woman's
she's not. I'm just trying to because there'll be something in the house that's expensive, like it's bloody expensive, right? Technology something. She will even. What's that? It does that. Oh. Any perfume now, if I buy a perfume, for a gift or something like that, this woman will have to have that perfume.
You've lost me.
She's obsessed with perfume. That's her thing.
No, if you buy her perfume,
let's have a gift for somebody else.
Oh, she will want it as well.
She will want it as well. I remember one time I bought a mum a perfume for Christmas. The next day I had to go get that one, the perfume. Where's it from? Can you get me one so I can go? She will pay for it or whatever. But I know I'm just gonna end up it. But she was just like, I got that perfume, blah 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 blah. And I'll be like, you can't. It's like especially with her mum. It's like anything that her mum has, that one will want the same thing that her mum has.
Well, she's like her mum, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Gladly accepted.
Like I said, the only time I've seen that side of my missus is when I offered to pay for her hair and nails, and I was expecting her to be like, no, because everything I try and do for her, she's like you, no. This one, she said, yeah, took the money, I said thank you. And I said, that's new. I'm not used to that.
There is time. People will say thank you, you know. I just take the money, boy.
You thought it was joking it when Sophia said that you want cock shoe. That's what your wife wants.
They want them type of things.
She wants cock shoe.
People always say that I don't want nothing. No one's ever offering me money though. If you offer me money, I might take it.
Yeah, so I've learned that when my finances are in a better position, I'll know. I'll be giving her some money.
You're gonna do like you need to do like a proper African though.
How do you do it?
Like when you see her, you just start dancing. When she's dancing for you or something, you just
when she's dancing for
you, just show the money. Show
the money.
Now, man, you gotta kind of
go the money.
Count it in that way. That
I'll say it before and I say it again. The best one I ever saw was in Nigeria, bruv, when the woman was dancing for the man and he was taking out his Nissan key, you know, and he was shaking it in front of the woman, and that was enticing the woman to dance more. This man is showing her his Nissan key. She said, I got car outside. That's enough for it to get.
In some places.
In the hood, boy. In my hood.
Do you have any more topics?
There was something that, I'm at the arsehole thing I sent you.
Okay, yeah, right. Let's do that. And then
I wanted to touch on the music as well.
Which music?
Go on.
Yeah.
The AI music.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, Genesis is AI. So the
album you mentioned,
the album that I mentioned, I wanted you to listen to it before
we knew.
Yeah, but you know, I kind of figued that you might not.
At least I started,
but you started,
but I didn't finish.
So the girl's been on the podcast before talking about her book about divorce and that. She's quite multi-talented. Reminds me a lot of Stavros, to be honest, because she's good at a number of different things. But she wrote all the lyrics. She wrote all the lyrics and she composed all the songs.
How do you compose in there? Now I'm confused.
Right, so I'm not sure how she's done it, but she's written all the lyrics, which for me is more of the big deal.
But she didn't do the singing.
But she didn't do the singing. So she says that the singing is AI. Everything else is her.
All right, then, okay.
Yeah, so either way, it's really well put together.
I was thinking of doing something like that myself because...
We'll get her on the pod at some point and get her to explain how she's done it, because she's done 2 albums now. She's done one called Genesis and one called... can't remember. I'll find
They've been talking about this quite heavily on the Joe Budden podcast, actually.
And it was
they gave her one of the, they always do this thing they call sleepers, and one of the sleepers that was there was AI, and they didn't know that it was AI. And I was like, this song's amazing. Where did this song come from? Who's this guy? They were looking at the cover like, this cover looks, and then one of them said, this cover looks like it's AI. But they didn't know it. And then when they did further investigation, they found out it was AI. And then now they're finding all these different AI things. And some of them, they're like, some of these songs, man. Because obviously, if anyone that knows Joe Budden, he's an ex-rapper. Parks is an engineer, rapper, producer. And
Parks rap?
Well, no, not rapper. He's just engineer and producer, sorry, I should say. But so they're quite heavily into their music and stuff like that. And obviously, people that are in the music scene are not necessarily bang on this AI thing because it's going to take money out of people's pockets, musicians' pockets, this, that, and other. And a lot of the time, when you actually hear the AI songs, it sounds like someone. So they're just copying somebody that's already there, basically. So anyway, so then it gets blah, 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 blah. Then Joe must have found one album. Again, he goes, this is AI album. Started playing the songs. Everyone's like, this is too good, like, for AI. Like, this is too good. He goes, but I refuse to listen to it and pay for it. Later on, they see next week. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll put that album back on again. Like, it's gonna get to the point where it's normality.
So one of the reasons why I brought it up was because of the guest that you had, SA's guest, 2 weeks ago. I forget her name now. Amber, yeah, and how she's very much against all things that are AI, and SA is about embracing all things that are AI, because at some point you are not going to be able to separate yourself from AI. I think that's kind of what he was saying. And this is an example. So most of the songs that I've heard that have been AI have been fully AI. Composition, lyrics, and everything else. But what she done is that she
did a hybridization.
Yeah, so she infused her talents with AI and made it together as one.
I'm not gonna, or maybe you're talking out of, maybe I shouldn't talk for you, but I don't think actually the majority of the AI songs you've heard is made that way. Because how many of the versions of different people's songs have you heard in AI?
What do you mean is made what way?
Like the ones that like you said that the only ones that is all done by AI. This was done by AI. This was that one. Well, I'm like stuff like when you hear stuff like Many Men, that's 50 Cent's song that somebody's just made into AI. It's been written by somebody else. It's been written by a rapper. No, it's just somebody's now changed it into AI and changed the way of singing it. Yeah, so there are a lot of, probably the majority of one actually has been written by somebody else and somebody's converted it to AI.
Yeah, I'm talking about the new stuff. There's a few. I think there's an artist that's come out. I think Timbaland is bringing out an artist.
Got artists already.
There's a couple AI albums that I've spotted in a couple of the groups that I'm in. So yeah, there are you've got DMX's got a couple of AI songs of him doing like 70s type his album in 70s American 70s.
I think still the best one I've seen for the music thing is Beanie Siegel. That type of thing, where people cut their voices gone.
I've heard that,
and then they can obviously now put back their voice to the way it's supposed to sound. So, but yeah, I hear what you're saying anyway.
Yeah. I just think that it's inevitable. Just like what Thanos said, man. It's going to be a situation where, similar to the internet, I'm sure that there were many people that had pushback in the internet. But what this is going to do, it's going to make it, for me, a lot easier for you to be a creative, because a lot of the work is going to be taken away from creatives.
I'm hearing. I was waiting for. I actually almost want to wait for Stav to come back to see whether or not he's been hearing this stuff as well, because obviously he listens to the majority of the tech stuff. But there's a thing going around about the fact that AI might actually have a boom and then go completely bust.
In what sense?
Like it's a bubble.
Yeah, but in what sense?
Like everyone's hyping about AI now, and then boom, it's just going to be something where the hype that everyone had about it, it's not actually going to live up to that hype, and it's not going to be as used as much as everyone thinks it is, and what the expectation of AI is going to actually become, it doesn't actually become that. Have you been hearing that stuff about the AI bubble?
Yeah, but this is on a business flex. It's not on a consumer level. It's because they're pumping so
much money
into AI, into these chips, into these companies. So the video, OpenAI, the company, doesn't make any money, but yet they're getting billions and billions and billions of people putting money in. So it's going to get to the point like Microsoft has put in how many hundreds of billions into OpenAI. They're big. They're one of the biggest investors. So the bubble is you put in 500 million into this company, and then when it does pop. And it does pop, it becomes successful, but it's bringing in 2 or 3 billion a year. You're not going to see the return on your investment. Oh, we'll put this money expecting there for something to happen. And it's happening, but it's not making the money that we thought it was. So now we're not recouping. That's the bubble.
Okay, because that is something that I know that people have been chatting about. And they are putting a lot of money into that company, boy.
Enough.
I know Elon's a bit skeptical of it as well.
Did you know about Elon's bonus?
Yo, the £1 trillion bonus thing.
$1 trillion man. How can your bonus be $1 trillion? And then your further on bonuses are $500 million.
See, people say
not $500 million. Sorry, $500 billion.
Don't ever tell me this man's not Africa. They get the way he's just doing. Just scamming the world.
$1 trillion.
Yeah.
The other album.
Have you heard of that before?
The other album from the lady is Moses. So she's going through the Bible, which is good. But yeah, it's excellent album. Even though the element of it is AI.
Did you know beforehand?
No.
So you liked it before you knew it was AI?
Yeah.
And you promoted it before you knew it was AI?
No, I promoted it.
After knowing it was AI. Yeah. Okay.
It's a good way to spit it, to give it to people. What do you think of this? And then see what they say.
Yeah, because
then you get the genuine.
Someone said it was fire, didn't they?
Yeah.
So,
shout out Ozzy.
Yeah, I'm glad that she listened and she enjoyed it.
Yeah, she's into her book and Bible and whatnot. So it will touch her if it's based on that. It will resonate with her. So shout out your friend and well done for doing the thing, for being proactive with that.
More than you. You got it, bro.
Thank you for adding that.
Yeah, because you can do this.
Before we finish, actually, before I do this.
That's the whole point of AI.
Yeah, true.
And please know, when SA and I were talking, and it's like, why don't you do the promo thing? I was like, well, there is somebody that's here, that's their role.
Let's not bring this up now, man.
And I mentioned names.
We go around in circles.
Right.
So there you go. So I said, look in that direction then if you want to talk about something. All right, here we go.
Tendonism.
So I don't know if this is a mad arsehole, but it's along those veins. My son cheated on his baby mama when they were together, and I told her straight up, leave him and move on with your life. Fast forward some time later, my co-worker was talking about how he wished he had a good woman. From what I've seen over the years, he's a solid man. So I decided to introduce him to my son's baby mama. Now here we are a year later, and they're getting married. My son is mad and calling me the op. But I told him he can't be mad at nobody but himself. You had a good woman and didn't treat her right, so it's only right another man gets to love her correctly. People swear mothers will always take their kid's side, but nah, I'm taking the side of what's right every single time. So, for sending the mother of my grandchild to go and link up with my work colleague because my son was doing waste man behavior, am I the asshole?
Mad.
Start with Mr. Wolf.
It's cheating waste.
Shout out my Jamaicans.
I just wonder what the definition of a waste man is. Is that part of it?
Depends how deep you are in the relationship.
If you got children, I think it's waste anyway. But if you have got a child with this woman and you are now trying to start
It's
a family,
very bad behavior.
and you're now cheating on your wife or your baby mother that you're meant to be with, that thinks that you're together,
It's
is
very
waste
bad.
behavior.
I'm just wondering if it's waste.
No,
Waste,
man.
So there's a whole load. So there's a whole load of Nigerian uncles that are just waste. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
but they're providing.
Respectable Nigerian men.
But providing doesn't necessarily mean that you're.
I'm just saying.
I think
I'm just
for me,
arguing innit?
waste is about provision, one, and then maybe second if you're physically or emotionally abusive. You could then put cheating into that bracket. I'm not going to. So that's where I put waste.
So
the
cheating on
stuff
somebody,
now-
constantly cheating on somebody is not emotionally abusive.
But if you keep taking them back, then no.
But how did
you're doing it to yourself. And if they don't, and if
they like to be finding ways to justify
I'm
nonsense.
just saying there's some women that are okay with it as well.
Just the word cheat. I mean, sorry, the word waste.
Not to say that cheating's bad.
Because I just spit it out there. I wasn't thinking clearly. Mr. Wolf pointed it out to me, and then he asked me the question, and I realized, is cheating waste man behavior? I think waste man behavior is when you're using the woman for money, you're not providing for your children, you're not like that stuff is waste man. Then secondly, if you're hitting your woman or you're gaslighting her, I know you don't like the term, but you're mentally abusing her, emotionally abusing her, that's waste man behavior. If you're cheating, I say just. I'm not saying it's just, but if you're just cheating on your woman,
even though
then you're being a dog. It's done if you're being waste. Because if you're doing all the other stuff, you're looking after the woman and such and such, especially if she doesn't find out, then you're not. It's not a good thing. But I don't know if it's waste. But anyway, let's get to the actual question.
That's what I just wanted to ask.
Yes, thank you for asking, and I will dwell on it. I'm not putting it in the waste bracket now.
So, I don't think that anybody should give another person an alley-oop in basketball terms or an assist when it is going to affect someone that you love, even if that person is behaving badly or in some ways.
But what if you love the other person as well?
You can love your in-law and that's fine, but you also have a child. So you can love two people, but I don't think that you should be doing any alley-oop or assist behavior to affect one or the other. Do you get what I mean? So I am not overly mad at her for doing so, but I am definitely not going to be acting in a similar way. So my son is, God forbid, gets himself into that sticky situation.
Sticky one still.
And I see, and I'm mentoring a guy or whatever the case may be. If they meet by chance, I'm not going to tell him, that's my son's ex, don't touch that, but I'm not.
That's mine.
Sorry?
I said that's mine.
But I'm not gonna give the assist.
All right. This was split into two parts that I'll ask you specifically. So one, my son cheated on his girlfriend who he's got a child with. I told her. Do you disagree with that?
You're the father of the son and you're telling his ex.
Yeah. No, his partner.
His current partner.
And the parent to your grandchild.
No, I'm making him be a man himself and telling her.
Okay. So, all right, you would do that?
I'll make him tell her, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't. But okay, all right. So we've gone to that point now. Now doing that together. Now here's the second thing, the more important one. Your
Is this for everyone or just for me?
Just for you, because you're the only one that answered it now, and you've given a thing. But whilst you're saying it, something came to mind. You were talking about your child. You love your child. End of the day, I guess in the way you're looking at it, it's like I'm taking my child's side over the woman's side. As much as I like you, I'm nice, whatever. But I'm taking my child.
I might even love
side.
the girl, yeah.
Yeah, but end of the day, it's my son, my daughter. I can't pick somebody else over you. But your grandchild is probably more than likely spending more time with that woman. Mm-hmm. You know of this standard. They're not with your son. They're not going to get back with your son. She's going to find somebody at some point. Could be 5 years, could be 10 years. You see an upstanding citizen that you know is going to make a woman a good man. He's going to be a good father to somebody. Would you not rather that person is the good man and the good father, stepfather to your grandchild? Because she might come home with some waste man one day and be like, I regret even making a boy break up this relationship because now she come home with somebody that's even worse.
100%, I would prefer that.
So then maybe she's thinking long term.
100%. Maybe she is, and that's why I'm saying I'm not overly mad at her, but I'm not going to be the one that's going to put the jigsaw pieces together.
When I look at it like that, because I didn't think of it like that at all until you said what you said. I'm like, you know what, I might actually be inclined to, because stage one I wouldn't have done. I would not break up the relationship or make him break up the relationship or snitch or whatever you want to call it. That's their business. I'll let them deal with it. I'm not going to be the one to break up the relationship. I'd rather they be together and him carry on cheating. So be it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But, what, in terms of making him tell?
Yeah, or telling myself. I wouldn't tell myself, and I wouldn't make him tell. Call me a bad man.
Yeah,
I ain't doing it.
Maybe I'll change it. I don't know, but initially that's probably what I would do.
I'd advise him he shouldn't be cheating on his missus, but then I'm not gonna go and tell her. Now,
Definitely not.
And I'm not telling him to tell her. That's that again. Because if something then goes wrong, I'm always not going to be the bastard that made this relationship. I could have changed that. I could have. Look what you made me do. So, anyways, that's not me. But then once we got to that other point, and there's a good upstanding man that could be good for this woman and my grandchild.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially, you know, unless I might speak to her. Are you ever going to hook up with somebody? And she'll be like, no. This kid is 18, as Get said in one of his songs. My mom sacrificed. I knew that she wasn't with somebody else because of me. That's what Get said in one of his freestyles. I always found that line quite powerful.
A lot of women do that.
Exactly. And but if she's like on that flex, then fair enough. But if she's like, you know what? Maybe when the son or daughters turns 10 or 11, I think they're old enough for me to start doing something like that. And they're 7, 8, or they are 10. They'll be like, yeah, grandpa. I think I'm on that flex. I've been looking even. Yeah, I'm on these apps. I'm being careful. Don't worry, granddad. I'm not just whatever, but I'm a woman. I have needs to spin a while.
Dad, no granddad.
Okay. Some people they call them on behalf of their kids. Some of my nephews they call their parents grandparent because
you're the father-in-law, innit?
Sorry?
You're the father-in-law, innit?
Yeah, but the same scenario. I'm saying that so sometimes some people they do that, and I'll be like, well, fair enough. Maybe I have somebody here. If you're looking, there's somebody I know that is a good person. I don't know if I'll do it, but it makes sense. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah. Again, I'm not mad at the woman. I'm not overly mad at her, but I'm not doing it. No way.
Simple as I mean.
She's your asshole for you're meddling in the
1 and 2 actually, because for him I only asked once, but for you it's the initial snitching and then 2 the partnership thing.
Yeah, you're meddling in primeval forces there, with regards to like telling and stuff like that. I'm not entirely for that, and not because of anything other than relationship business. I think is relationship business.
Just they have it.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, unless it's really, really obvious stuff that plays out in public where you've got full context, a lot of the time you don't know what's going on. You don't know what the agreement is between the two people in the relationship. You just see what you see on the outside and you apply your experience to what you're seeing, and then it looks like this or it looks like that, and then you go and intervene. So yeah, with the telling thing, I'm not necessarily in there with that. If I feel some type of way about it, I might talk to my child and say, yo, like, what you're doing, do you get what I mean? What you're doing, yes, it's your life and you're living your life. Yes, but imagine that somebody was doing exactly the same thing, but it was just your mum. Do you get what I mean? Like, would you like that for your mum kind of thing? So that I would maybe have that conversation, but I'm not trying to intervene necessarily. If that makes sense. I'm not directly intervening. I'm just kind of like, you know,
giving advice. So yeah, for the first part, I'm giving advice. And for the second part, I questioned when I listened to you speaking about it, who the matchmaking was to the benefit of. Was she truly doing it for the benefit of the daughter-in-law? Was she doing it for the grandchild? Or was she doing it for herself? How much of her own ego is?
Do you want me to read some more of the tweets?
Yeah, go on.
Because she said, okay, people swear mothers will always take their kid's side, but no, I'm taking the side of what's right every single time.
Right.
if you can cheat on the woman who carried your child, you can deal with the consequences of losing her. Simple. I'm not raising a son who thinks that loyalty is optional and the women that are replaceable. Not in this house. And let's be honest, women don't walk away unless they've been pushed to the limit. She didn't deserve that. He called me up like I betrayed him, but baby, you betrayed your own family just to refuse to enable it, and I just refused to enable it. Everybody wants a good woman until it's time to treat her like one. Another man did what my son couldn't, and that's life. I don't regret introducing them. She's safe, she's loved, she's valued, and he's learning the lesson he needed. If more mothers had held their sons accountable, less women will be healing from them.
She got hurt, man.
I was about to say.
Basically, more of the story is, if you fumble a real one, don't get mad when somebody else picks them up and treats them the way that it should be treated.
So that's my concern. My concern is whether you're actually doing this altruistically or if this is you.
There's no altruistic nothing in life.
I think there's nothing wrong with the either way. So if she's doing it because she loves the woman and she wants him to have a good person because her son's not good for her, nothing wrong with that. If she thinks that the guy that she's actually introducing to is a good man and he deserves a good woman and there's a good woman there, again, no problem with that either. And if she's even doing this to almost teach her son a lesson, like you cannot just keep treating this woman like this and thinking it's acceptable, that's not right. I don't think there's a problem with that either.
Psychologists would call this displacement from what the further messages give to me.
Yeah, if you then saying that
I'm punishing my son for what
his daddy did,
for his dad, or for somebody that was sideways to his dad after his dad has done to me.
But we're saying this, and again, could be seen as misogynistic as well because we just decided that it's that way.
How's that misogynistic?
Hold on, if you're talking, then you'll know, innit? Because we just made this decision because this woman has said these tweets, or because she had not once said to her that this has happened to her. We have just made a decision that this emotional woman must be a reason why she's doing this. It must have happened to her before. She might just be doing the right thing because she knows the difference between right and wrong.
For one, I didn't say the must have. I said it seems from the further messages you said, and for two, it's got nothing to do with whether she's a woman. Misogyny in that term and this is the thing that annoys me the most. And shout out Griff because he said it on his pod, and he said somebody on this pod said it was me that said it. It's not just because, but at the time he was talking about femicide, yeah. But
then when I wrote the thing, you was actually wrong. The definition, you was actually wrong.
Who, me?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, because we read the definition at the time, and it did whatever the thing was did fall into the category of femicide. And then you said dismiss. If I remember rightly, you do what Steph does and dismiss the actual definition. Was like, well, that doesn't mix it. Blah blah.
Okay. Well, where was I? In this case, it's not sexism. It's got nothing to do with the fact she's a woman.
Misogyny.
But let me see. Let me find out femicide. So don't carry on.
See, this man has to go and repeat the thing again.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah. So I
am right.
What?
Femicide is the killing of a woman or girl, in particular by a man, on account of her gender. She's being killed because she's a woman. And I was saying that not everything is femicide. Because at the time we were talking about stuff like that, the rise of femicide and this and that. And I'm like, if a man calls a woman because she stole money, if a man calls a woman because she broke his heart, or blah blah blah, then it's not because I'm not.
Whatever definition we had before was different from that one.
No, that's I know that. That's why I checked it immediately. I know what femicide is because I did my research because I wanted to be sure because people keep talking about femicide, and I'm like, I know there are bastards in life. I don't think men are just, and I know my brother has a different view on this, but maybe I just don't see it. So many men are not just going around killing women just because they're women. Just because they might be even killing them because they're weak.
Nah, whatever definition we had before was because it sounded wrong, but it was the definition that we had before was just something. If a woman was killed, blah 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 blah, it could be done as femicide. I know because I remember you dismissing it, saying that it's nonsensical. Do you remember what I'm talking
about? Vaguely. I'm just quite surprised that Stavros remembered it so. Such meticulous detail.
I remember the fact that I
want to congratulate you for it because
the definition of
congratulate you for remembering it.
I'm not sure which part I remembered.
Well,
yes. So this is it. The Cambridge Dictionary version: the crime of killing a woman or women, and occasions when this happens.
And what's that? That
was the definition of femicide in the Cambridge Dictionary.
We're talking about okay, all right.
Now that's what I'm saying. Whatever definition we had matched what we were saying.
Okay.
And I was just like, you dismissed it. But anyway,
well, I'm still dismissing it.
I'm not disputing that you wasn't. I'm just saying the definition that we had from whatever dictionary.
At this present moment, I don't defend it.
Okay, no problem. But anyway, with this thing, as I said, so you hadn't even said whether or not you think she's an arsehole or not.
So the second bit is my question whether or not she's doing it, what the purpose is for doing it. So I don't know. I think arsehole might be a bit strong, but I'm side-eyeing her, definitely. I'm side-eyeing her because you're meddling in somebody else's life, isn't it? You're meddling
in your child's life, though.
You're meddling in a few people's lives.
Is there something wrong with doing that? If you're doing the right thing,
isn't the right thing partly to tell your son to let his woman know that he's cheating?
Either way, that's meddling. I don't know what the right type of meddling is.
Maybe she's done that.
I'm saying
he's saying that meddling is not right.
No, in and of itself, I don't think there's anything wrong with meddling. It's just there's good meddling and there's bad meddling. I don't think meddling by itself is wrong. As in sticking your nose in somebody else's business and doing something. If I stick your nose,
I don't think meddling is a negative connotation.
Yeah, if you're depressed and I can see it and I'm start meddling in your business and I get to the point where it's like I know there's something wrong, I know this, and I'm inserting myself in your business, and then eventually we have a breakthrough. And
I don't think
you don't harm yourself anymore. I'm meddled, but as far as I'm concerned, I'll be happy that I meddled.
I think also another detail that we might have overlooked there is that the boy lives in her house, from what she said. I get the impression that
I don't know.
She said not under my roof, not in my house.
Okay, meddling is intrusive or unwarranted. So when you're talking about doing what you were saying, it would be a warranted insertion.
Did you say and or? Okay, well there you go. Then we can scrap that.
Yeah, so I think if I remember correctly from the scenario, she said not in her house. I don't know if she meant that as a figuratively or if she meant that the boy was still living there.
But let's go on the premise that he's in the house.
If he's in the house, weirdly, that changes it somewhat because you have that household thing, isn't it? Where your household is your domain. And there can only be one captain to a ship. So if she says that she ain't accepting that in her household, then she ain't accepting that in her household.
Your life is my domain.
Yeah, but he's done the act. They're not together anymore.
Because of her?
Because of...
The mother. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're
not together because he cheated, isn't it? Nope.
If she didn't open her mouth, then the girlfriend would have known.
Hold on. So...
She told the girlfriend that my son is cheating on you.
Yeah,
that's not what she said.
What did she say?
She said my son cheated on his baby mother when they were together, and I told her straight up, leave him and move on with your life. Fast forward sometime later, my co-worker, she never said that she told him.
All right, okay, my bad.
So she must have found out and then advised her to move on.
All right, okay.
Because she's been hurt herself.
You can't.
I didn't take it from that first message, but with the subsequent messages, it looked like hurt people
Mama been hurt.
Even if the original tweet doesn't sound like that. People swear mothers will take their kids' side, but nah, I'm taking the side of what's right.
Yeah,
every single time.
I read that.
That doesn't necessarily mean for me that
It means her ex mother-in-law she's not happy with because she knew and didn't tell her.
I don't think none of this stuff necessarily for me.
Oh, I didn't even go that far. She was in exactly the same position.
I 100% believe that she had this happen to her.
Who said that?
I'm saying that. I'm not saying that the things I'm reading here 100% has to believe that. Again, if she's just somebody that is very principled.
I didn't say 100% either.
If she's like Stavros, which is the truth, and she wants the things to be right or wrong, and this is how it is right or wrong, she's doing what she believes is right. You've done a heinous act to somebody just because you're my child or whatever.
Cheating is not heinous, man.
Well, to her it might be heinous. This is what I'm saying. You have there's different perceptions of how people see cheating. Some people see cheating as the worst thing in life. Like some women will say, "I'd rather you beat me than cheat on me." There's some people that will say,
"I can understand that."
There's some people that will tell you that, you can do anything, just do not cheat on me. Like it's just some people cheating is a big deal.
Yeah,
you are just so you. It's not the biggest deal that compared to other things maybe, but for these people, cheating is a big deal because almost like with 50 Cent, you're stealing their reality.
Cheating is a big deal to me.
You're still in their reality. They're living in a false perception that they're in a one-person relationship where that person's in love with them, and I'm your only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now you've ruined that. You've ruined their reality.
You're ruining it.
And then you don't even have to talk about that other. If you wanted to now go to the point of maybe you're having raw sex outside and then coming to sleep with me and then giving me a potential disease. You know what I mean? All these types of stuff that some people don't think about, that people add to that and think about.
Okay, all right. So you're saying that she's not the arsehole, but you're side-eyeing her. You're saying she's not the arsehole, Mr. Wolf.
Side-eye as well.
And the side-eye.
Like,
So
I'm not mad at her.
All right, now your turn.
I have no problem with her at all.
No side-eye.
No, I think she did the right thing.
All right.
I think especially if you have, because this is what I'm saying. This is where again, I don't like when sometimes we do, and I don't know how you're gonna go actually. I don't know how you're gonna go half and half, or you might. In fact, maybe I do know where you're gonna go. But if you're gonna now, if somebody's now become part of your family and that's your family, then you love them like they're your family, as far as I'm concerned. And if somebody, just because one of them has come from your womb or come from your sperm or whatever, doesn't necessarily mean that now you only back them over everyone else that you're supposed to love. If this woman has been, again, she's now produced part of your blood now. She's part of your bloodline. Her grandchild is your blood, yeah? And you love this woman. She's seen nothing but good from this woman. And you can see that your son may be potentially tearing this woman down, like making her, a good woman, ruining her, as I was saying a minute ago. Making it to the point where this woman is not herself anymore, or whatever thing you've noticed, to the point where you've had to tell her, you should leave my son, he's not good for you, type thing. And you find somebody that is good for this woman, I don't see any problem with you saying, you know what, boom. But I'm also the same person that has no problem that if I died tomorrow and one of you married my wife, I wouldn't have a problem with that either. So again, I look at things differently. I look at what's the best thing for the person that I care for, rather than what is the best thing. I'm very selfish. It's weird, but I'm very selfish on a lot of things.
Mr. Wolf is going to be stuck on that.
In that thing, I'm not selfish for.
Man's going to wake up at that freedom.
But this one, stay away from her. I want to ask you this very much question though, yeah, and I want you to. I've said it, ask you the time, and I just don't get it. Would you rather somebody? You've got a daughter as well, and look how man's are moving on the streets with all of these. You hear about all of these stories all the time of strange men coming into people's houses and touching daughters and this, that, and other. Would you not rather?
Mr. Worst case scenario,
because it happens. Okay, bro. Do you not? I'm going to ask you a question now. Yeah, out of the 100 women that you know, yeah, give me a percentage of women that tell you they've not been touched by somebody that they should not be touching by.
I don't know. I mean,
it's going to be a third, bro.
More than a third. That's only that's told him.
Are you talking about the ones that told him or the ones that you think it's happened to?
The one that you think it's happened to, then.
I can't put a number on it, but
it'll
be a high number.
Either way, yeah. So I would say this. I'd rather one of, especially me. I don't even have children, but especially if I have children, I want somebody that I would feel like has got a moral compass that is similar to me. To me, to help raise my children, not just somebody that's now going to come out of the blue.
In the olden times, whether it's Egyptian
you say you're Nigerian.
Egyptian times, in the biblical, it was whoever died.
In our own culture,
the brother. It will be the brother.
It's not your wife in the Yoruba culture. It's our wife. If the man dies, you take over the woman.
It'll be the next. It'll be the next in line, bro.
Yawa.
That's wife. That's his wife.
That's not. Is that not? So what's our wife then?
I don't know. Yawo is his wife.
Yawo me is my wife, but our wife, I don't know.
But he has. Yawo.
I think that's a plural. That's what my mom.
It's like a plural.
So then the plural is our.
Yeah, it's our wife. Yeah, but
you man's rubbishing me. The one time I actually tried.
One word I understand.
Rubbishing me.
And Oko me will be my husband. Yeah, you don't get shared.
Yeah, so it'll be the next brother in line. That's what it would be.
Yeah.
But friend.
I just thought, like me, I'd rather my friend, right?
Ask my brother.
Look after my children.
That's my brother.
Than some random stranger. I'd rather, if you can find love with each other, please, because I want somebody that I can trust to look after. That's all I care about.
But you're not about anymore.
Yeah, but what do you mean? You don't care about your children when they die still?
I'll be dead though.
Well, according to your religion, you'll have some sort of consciousness around that, innit? It's just in a different place.
If you was dying, Mr. Wolf, you won't want to care. You're not going to care about your children anymore before you die.
Before, yeah.
Yeah, so when you're on your deathbed now, let's say that you it's me, I would even do this. I would even put their hands together and join you this when I'm thing. Oh yeah, look after this word, look after my children. That's how I would be.
I have sanctified it.
Hold on. So you'll have to be over, I don't know. You'll have to be, okay, my boy is gone, and then maybe a year later, right? You know, as I'm checking up on my little nephew or my godson, and I'm starting to see your ex more, then I would start to think, oh, you know,
It happens a lot.
I'm looking in the eye. But this putting their hands together, malarkey, bro.
I am going tomorrow.
He said malarkey, bro. Shout out Minister Society.
Unison.
One time.
Oh yeah, Unison.
What's the name of the one in jail? In Menace?
Kane. And I forget his name.
Kane was the one out of jail. The one that actually...
I forgot.
The one that actually sanctified the
team thing. I forgot his name. But this is what I'm saying. Even me, like, Simple Sam will tell you that. I'm bang on this. If me, your child and your child were the same age, I will push them together because I am bang on. I don't want uselessness in my family.
Shout out the Pakistanis.
Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, but hold on. You're talking about two friend, right?
Yeah, you both have children, and you cultivate this situation. So later on in life, they get together. But
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I don't want uselessness in my family. So when I don't have to, again, maybe this goes down to my control issue. Maybe. I want to control who's going to look after my children when I go later on in life, and I would rather one of my friends controls who is going to be the one that's going to be looking. I don't want a useless person in my children's life.
How many times in the last few minutes?
Trust your woman who picked a good man to pick a good man again?
Because maybe the emotional turmoil of having a husband that has died on her might make her vulnerable in that situation, and then the opportunities that you said, the super whatever that you spoke about earlier, might swoop in with their cape and Nissan khaki to try and see if they can try and root my woman at a time when she's at her worst
and pay the mortgage, boy.
Exactly. So now, if I find somebody that I think is,
excuse me, darling, you're looking man, kind of upset.
I don't know if my wife would feel the same way. Would
you like me to pay your mortgage?
Yeah, it's like she's saying, I want one of my brethren to marry you after she's gone. Nah, man, ain't nobody thinking this, brother.
But I think it.
You know, you just put that scenario on my plate. I'm wondering if I'd eat it.
What's that? If your wife said to you,
yeah, go and take my good meat friend and let her look after our kids and pound on her at night.
Wow. Because that's the because he's bringing the reality.
Part of it, isn't it?
He's bringing the reality to it, really.
Because if she wasn't a good meat, I'd be like...
Do you reckon there would be any woman that if God forbid your wife passed, will be the first one to come to your house to give you proper Nigerian food so you can...
One of her friends? No. Her friends don't like me like that.
I'm sorry that you've been eating Ghana food all this time. We don't go church enough. If we went church enough, this would be a scenario.
She don't have Ghanaian friends.
If we went church, this would be happening already, boy. The church woman would be lined up, boy, with the food.
Her friendship circle is small.
I know your wife has passed.
As usual with me, the elders in her family love me.
He's big,
her
big
friends,
meat.
I think they're just cool with me. I don't think there's any special.
Yeah, because because there's boundaries in it, so they're not.
No, I just mean in terms of some people you can be super close with your partner's friend or with cousin or something.
A female,
Mr. Stavros.
Yeah, of a similar age I'm talking about. Whereas with her family and every family of anybody I deal with, the elders all love me. Like I will sit down and I'll chill with the elders. But no, sorry?
Because they're elders.
No, because they're elders, they should like me.
No, I'm saying that's why you're super close to them.
No, it's just I get on better with the elders than the people that are of similar age to my...
Would you say
to my partners?
That there could be a possibility that she would have maybe a cousin at a similar age, a female cousin, you could be super close to her?
It hasn't happened yet. I've been with her how long, innit?
I'm saying that would she be okay with that?
Would my wife be okay with me dealing with...
being super close to one of her female cousins at a similar age?
I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying.
Place your hand on my bosom.
But I don't know. She might be bushy enough. Let me ask if she's... Because she told me she's going to stay awake for me tonight.
Wait.
I don't think that you could...
I want to help you with your vest.
Let me wash it. Take it off.
You got stew on there again.
Mr. Stavros.
So you guys seem to think that there's people that know me that if my missus left or passed or something, they would be on my.
No, we're saying that if you went to church, that's when it will happen because that's what the church people would do.
Mr. Stavros, we came to bring you bread. We know you like it.
You look like a puff type of man.
Mr. Stavros, we noticed that you are not, your weight is decreasing. We want to push the weight again for the diabetes to increase.
10 years ago, maybe this might have been the case, but I'm not. I don't have the juice that I used to have.
You're not looking after yourself again. Let us help you. We see you have looked after your wife and children very well.
So, okay, anyway, let me answer the question and then
go on.
We can wrap this up.
Have you rang her?
No, I didn't. I'm messaging her first. It's gone midnight now.
Okay, go on.
She will say she will stay up and when I get home. So, I don't think she's an arsehole, but I'm also not co-signing what she's doing. So I don't think it's side-eyeing, but it's close enough for you to say you side-eyeing her and be like, I didn't like if I was the dad and this was my missus and she said that she told the girl to leave my son, I wouldn't. Then we'd have discussion that night. I'd be like, you should not have done that. And if she said why, I'd be like, because I don't want her to leave my son. He's made a mistake. We know, both of us know of people that have cheated on their partner and they've gone on to have successful relationships later on. It's not that forgiveness can't be part of it.
Okay, so what?
So again, which is why I bring me back to my thing, because you maybe have been hurt. Because if you look at it, if you open it up and you look at it in life, how many women or men have been cheated on and then they've been forgiven and they've gone on to have a fruitful relationship?
Let me ask you a question then. Let's say that your son was multiply cheating on this woman, yeah? And you could see that he was just disrespecting the woman. You yourself like her, yeah?
Habitual line stepper.
And he's just disrespecting her.
Does she knows she's been cheated on? Or
not really. You can see that she's moving mad. Like you know your son is moving mad. You can hear in conversations, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And then she finds out about one, but you know there's 7.
All right.
Right? And then she finds out about the 7 and you can see that it's distraught. She's upset, blah, 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 blah. And she comes to you and says, Mr. Stavros. She said, what do you think? This is really upsetting me. It's hurting me. I don't know what I should do. I've come to you because you've been like a dad to me for these years. We've got grandchildren. You're like my father-in-law, even though we're not married. What do you suggest? What would you tell her?
Suck it up. No, I'm joking.
She should make her own decision. I'll say that I don't want you to leave my son. I never want you to leave my son. So coming to me is probably not the best thing because I'm going to tell you to stay with my son.
Wow.
I don't want you to leave my son.
So this is what I'm saying. So this is now one of them times where what you think is better for you is what is better for you is you're not thinking about her, you're thinking about you.
If that's how you want to look at it. I've told her to go on that I'm not the one that's going to give you the answer that you may be best for you.
You won't tell her the truth.
What's the truth?
About what she should do.
I just told you having to leave is not necessarily the best course of action. You're saying that. I'm not saying that.
Okay, if you was your own daughter, what would you do?
If my daughter was...
If your daughter came here and said that your baby father has been cheating on her several times, this, that, and the other.
She's got a kid with this person.
She's got a kid with the person. He keeps cheating on her. She's found out that he's been cheating on her multiple times. It's distressing her. She's not, happy. Dad, what shall I do? What are you going to tell her? You should stay and fight it out.
So it's a different scenario than the one that...
Exactly the same scenario.
No, because the stepdaughter, she's found out about one.
I said that she found out about one, and then after she found out about the first one, she then found out about the multiple. That's what I did say after that.
I don't recall you.
He did say that.
Okay, I didn't get that part. I'm leaning towards leaving if she says that it's causing her mental anguish.
So your daughter is good to leave, but the other one should stay and continue the mental anguish that your son is providing her.
Well, in this case, he is my blood child is always going to be more important than the adopted child. I say adopted. I don't mean doctored with papers. But if my daughter or son gets married to somebody,
your daughter-in-law or your son-in-law,
that is in some ways adopted. So I'll put it in real term scenario. My daughter, my 9-year-old daughter, when in 10 years' time she could get married, or in 15 years' time, whatever, whoever she brings into the equation is never, ever going to be as important as my daughter. Full stop. And same thing with my son. My son, whoever he brings into the equation 20, 25 years down the line, is never going to be as important as my son. End of story. Which is why, because remember, I'm giving you the realness, because if you go back on multiple occasions on this podcast over the past 15 years, I've said, any woman that says, I'm more important than her dad, is a dickhead. Is an idiot. As far as I'm concerned. You say that. So I'm also saying it the other way around. Then you can all you want. I believe it in the other way around. I am also not as important as your dad. I defend it. So it's the same thing. So in this case, when my daughter-in-law comes to me, as much as I want to back her up, and I'm free, which is why I'm saying I'm gonna step out of this one and be like, I want you to stay with my son. That's what I want in my heart. What's best for you might not be that, so I'm going to leave you to go and decide that for yourself. And I know you're asking me for advice, but because I'm so biased in this case, maybe I'm not the one to ask. Go and speak to your friends, speak to somebody else.
Speak to your father.
That's what I was saying. The father's not there. Just say to her.
But then the father's going to say, I know what the father's going to say, innit?
But the father's not there. Or you ask your daddy. Maybe the father's not there. And that's why they've come to you.
Yeah, speak to.
They say don't ask. My mum, yeah, shout out to Mumsy. She said,
lovely shot.
Don't. And this is where my mum might give me a slap, because she's like, this is not what I've taught you. My mum said, when you have a beef in your relationship, you do not go to your parent and seek their advice. You go to the parent of your partner.
Yeah, my wife
because she said, if basically she said exactly what I just said. If your son or daughter goes to you and asks you for advice, you're always going to take their side, because my mum's saying this is the wisdom. My mum knows this. I've been hearing this. This is the advice she's given me from a long time ago. She told me she told my missus, when you have a beef, come to me. Don't go to your own mum. That's what she told my wife. Yeah, and vice versa. She told me, don't come and tell her, because she said, you're my son. There's always going to be a part of me that's going to take your side. So don't put me in that predicament. Is what she said. Go and speak to your thingy. So in this case, I'm doubly wrong, because my mum has taught me, if your in-law comes to you and says, Daddy, give me advice because your son or daughter has done this.
Sending her away.
You should be the one now where it's like they've respected you enough to even to do that, first of all, because it takes a wonderful relationship for that person to come to the in-law and say, your son or daughter has done something. Daddy, please, what should I do? So I know I'm a rubbish by saying, yeah, I can't help you, go somewhere else. But a man cannot live on bread alone. I'm not infallible. I'm a man.
That's actually what. Shout out to the me. That's poor behavior. That's what I believe in that.
Poor behavior.
Poor behavior.
Yeah, I know, but I can look in the mirror and be like, this is the time. You know, I call myself a legend all the time.
Break the rules.
Would you do this? What would you do?
I'm not a legend.
It's a difficult one. I appreciate Stavros answering it the way that you did, because he took time and he had to really think about it. It's a really difficult situation to be in. You know, and I wouldn't wish that on my enemy. I gotta be honest. You know, my daughter-in-law is coming to tell me that after my son has done something like that, or done multiple things, God forbid bad things, you know. I'm not trying to wish anything like that on my children. But yeah, if she was to come to me and ask me what should she do, yeah, I think that there can be resolution in the most disastrous situations. You know,
you're a Christian, so yeah, you're supposed to, I suppose.
Yeah, because I think that you should, because I was in a situation that was really bad, you know, with this situation with me and the kid's mum. And I can look myself in the mirror and look at my kids, you know, now or when they're of age and they're asking some real deep questions. And I can tell them that I and the both of us, we tried everything to stay together. So if I would advise that, so yeah, I would say, yes, the situation looks like it's unrepairable. It looks like it's the worst that it ever could be. It looks like it is the end of the road. But I would advise and implore you to try everything to try to try to fix the situation.
And you said the same thing to your own daughter?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Because I've been in that situation. So I would want both parties to try everything. And that's counselling, there's all manner of things. We've heard I've seen situations like that have been worse. And couples have remained together and been happy together. And I think that, yes, there are situations in the past where, you know, some of our grandparents or parents stayed in situations where they really shouldn't have. But there are situations where our parents or grandparents, you know, we only think about the worst case scenarios, who stayed in situations that were really bad. They worked at it, and then, you know, a lot of benefit came from that. A lot of happiness came from that. And that's what I would employ both parties to do, is to try first. And if you've tried and you do not succeed, then you keep it moving.
I just want to say to Mr. Wolf's daughter, if you don't want your daddy all up in your videos, come to Uncle Wilder. I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Leave that bitch. Leave him alone.
Listen.
Simple side, what would you do?
My wife's on the
takes
phone,
it.
Oh yeah, sorry, he's wife.
Yeah, I know, but
answer. I've told
Takes
you
a village, you get me?
So my daughter-in-law's come to me asking for advice.
Yes, your son has been whacking bum.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And that, remember the woman, going back to the original tweet, everyone would tweet that woman saying it used to be only £35, you could whack bum.
Whack my bum.
Bedesi.
I need to find that again.
Okay. And yeah, she's what should she do?
What should she do? You can see that, you yourself can see that she's not in a good place as well, you know, because obviously the cheating has affected her that badly. And she's now saying, like, Mr. Simple Simon, Daddy's not Simon, yeah?
Mm-hmm. What should I do?
I'm not at my best because of all of this. It's not good for me.
It's broken me.
Yeah. What do you suggest I do?
Yeah, I think like Mr. Wolf said, I'm going to ask whether or not she's explored or they have explored all possibilities. And then I'll have to ask her ultimately what is important to her and whether she's actually considered what's important to her around making the decision. Oh, well, she's not making the decision. She's asking me for my opinion. I can't tell you what to do because I'm not you. I'm not in your relationship dynamic. All I can say to you is, does it stop you from sleeping at night? Is it enough to stop you from sleeping at night? Have you considered what's going to happen with your child, my grandchild? Like, have you made those considerations? So I would open the pathway for more thought process rather than actually giving a decision, if that makes sense.
You know, made me laugh.
Yeah, you stay there.
The reason one of the things, because none of you have mentioned that this is what makes me I find interesting. Not one of you have taken into consideration the fact that you yourself know your own child, right?
Yeah.
And if you know your own child, might actually not be the best person for this person, because this is what this woman is basically saying. She knows her child. This I could clearly see my child is not good for this woman, right?
So she raised the waist.
And yes, she's not saying that she hasn't. This child is not good for this woman.
She needs to look in the mirror.
Yeah, maybe she does. She does. But she's honest enough to say that you are not a good boy. You're not a good person for this woman.
Okay,
so what? I'm not gonna tell. So I know my child. I know she's not good for you. I'm not gonna just keep telling you to keep going back to this person that I know he's not good for you. And none of you have mentioned your children or how they are at all. You never even one of them said,
because
you know what?
in my scenario, you haven't mentioned. I don't know what's in the scenario.
In that scenario, that might be the case with her, you know. But I'm looking at how maybe my son or daughter is in that situation, and I'm not considering them to be complete and utter waste. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm hoping that I don't raise someone who is like that. So
I know.
In her scenario, that might be the case, you know. But again,
but it's the scenario I'm talking about. Your child is a multiple cheater on his baby mother.
I don't,
regardless of whether or not you like it or not. That's what your child is.
I don't like cheating, but even before you brought it on me as it's me to make a decision, I said I don't see cheating as bad as certain other things. I'm not saying it's good. It is bad, but there are worse things you can do, and if somebody wants to forgive that cheating, then so be it. It's like if somebody battered you 3 or 4 times, then I wouldn't say you could forgive that. Like whether you do it or not, I wouldn't co-sign it. But if somebody cheated on you 3 or 4 times and you forgave it, and the person never cheated again,
but they didn't forgive it. They didn't know. You keep going about this forgive. The person did not know.
Her choice to
they
make
now found
but
out
now they know, and they can't.
And they're like, I'm messed up. I don't know what I would.
Can I make a point though? Like the mere fact that she's coming to her father-in-law to ask what she should do means to me that she doesn't want to just completely move on and end the relationship, because she is more than capable and more than what's the want of a better word? She would be in her own rights to do that, and nobody would look at her with any kind of side eye. You've been cheated on multiple times. You've decided to leave my son. I'm not looking at you thinking that you're mad because cheating's bad. But she's come to me, and that gives me an idea that she wants this to work.
I think sometimes some people need the strength, and they don't have the strength, and they need somebody to help them.
And that's fine. And that's fine. But I'm looking at it in that scenario that most times, 9.9 out of 10 times, well, maybe I'm just picking out a number, that a lot of times when women get cheated on multiple times, they're well within their rights, and a lot of women decide that they're going to move on. Do you get what I'm saying? If she's coming to somebody, whether it's me or Dr. Phil on TV, I get the idea that she doesn't want to completely end this. So if that is the case, then I'm going to give her scenarios and open up opportunities, different types of thought processes to see if this is something that you can do. And I'm going to tell you, before you dead the thing, let's try a few things. You're well within your rights to walk away at any time, by the way. But before you do, let's see if we can fix this. And that means fixing my son as well, because he is the one that needs most of the work. Do you get what I'm saying?
I haven't beaten my son in 10 years. I haven't had to. But let me get the belt and start, and maybe that might help things.
Because when you think about, like Stavros has said, there's worse things. So yeah, we're looking at physical abuse. We're looking at rape. These kind of things. If these kind of things are happening,
but this is the thing. Your friend. You are putting those things above that thing. There are a lot of people that will put cheating on the same level as those things.
Yes, you've said this, but I can't talk on their behalf. I can only talk on my behalf.
But the way we're saying it is almost like it's matter of fact that these things are worse than this.
No, we're saying that in my opinion.
Okay, all right.
It's always in my opinion. Wife, you want to unmute yourself, please?
I forgot.
Mad
Cat was about still.
Hello, quick one. You all right? I thought you were going to wait for me.
I forget that.
Waking up your.
All right. I've told these guys about the washing machine, by the way. So.
Congratulations.
Enjoyment.
Okay. If you were to pass, God forbid,
I think you might pass it.
And I was still around, would you? If you were to pass and we're not super old, we're of a decent age.
Okay.
God forbid.
Yes, God forbid, bad things. Would you want me to hook up with somebody that you know, a friend or a relative?
Pardon?
Would you rather?
Yeah,
Thank you. Would you rather? Yeah.
Let me ask you.
Remember, you got your two children. So you got your children. You pass away, unfortunately, at a younger age. They're both your children are still young. Yeah, so they're not all big children. They're still young. Stavros is obviously at some point potentially could move on, so he's going to move on regardless.
Yeah.
Right. Would you rather? I don't want to lead the question, but
tell her what you want, and then ask her. Is she in the same boat as you?
I'm saying this. Yeah, if I passed, especially if I had children, right, and I would want my wife to get with somebody that I believe would be a good role model and stepfather for my child, which would be somebody that's one of my friends. Obviously, I wouldn't want one of my friends that's going around cheating or this, that, and the other to take that mantle. But somebody that I think is responsible or a good friend or whatever, I would prefer my wife to hook up with that person than hook up with a stranger that I don't know what that person is capable of and how they would do with my children. So that's what I said. I would prefer it that way. Right, rather than again, I'll probably know the people's family. I know that they will treat the children in a respectful way. They're not now. It's gonna be looking at this is my stepchild, and hopefully they're not gonna be that, because you never actually know when they get there. You might be different, but they're not gonna just dismiss them because they've known them all their life. It's not a stranger that's coming into that life. They're hopefully not gonna. One of the analogies I use is that there's a lot of children little girls that's been touched by random men.
You're doing
now you're doing the most, man.
But I did. But I said that though.
You get the message, man.
Okay, all right. Anyway, but that was my reasoning as to why I would do it, and Mr. Wolf especially was like, never that. Stavros, I believe, also said no. I think I don't know.
I didn't say anything.
Anyway, I think my answer is a firm no. I don't think I co-sign. I get your reasoning, but I would hope that those people that would support my husband in his time of
grief,
grief, would care for and provide that support for my children without basically being his woman. I just think it's a bit odd.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has to be immediate because that sounds like it's just straight off the bat.
I'm not saying it's immediate, but I mean, in answer to your question, I'm not going to say, yes, I would want that. That's not what I would want. What I would
you want him to go and find a stranger? What if it's a white woman?
Not what. Well, well, the thing is, he's a good enough judge of character,
and that's what I was saying.
You should have just breezed over that question there. Yeah.
He's a good enough judge of character to pick somebody, albeit somebody I don't know, that could support him and potentially align with his beliefs and methods and stuff like that. But in the event that they aren't, well, he can just enjoy himself. Just not. I don't know. It's a bit bizarre to me, to be honest.
How bizarre!
I did say that that you gotta trust the woman that you picked, or that picked you, that will be able to pick someone like you or someone as righteous as you.
See, your husband's been giving you this title from the past couple of weeks, and now you've actually proved that you're not as bush as he believes you to be.
I was gonna say,
because a bush woman would say, "You will marry my sister. You will marry my this." That is what a proper bush woman would say from the village. I have one. They will even have the person lined up who you should marry next.
But the thing is, I'm even as you were talking, I was listening. I was thinking, who in my friendship group, let's say, or relative, would I approve of? And I don't even think it's about them per se. My husband is not an easy man, so
you don't want to push your husband onto your friends. It's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not even that, but it's just the dynamic. I don't. It's an interesting question anyway.
I just think it makes so much sense. I just don't understand that anyone that goes against
husband it. Is not an easy man.
Well,
you're not.
Yeah, I know. So, I've been calling you Bush for the past forever. Can you confirm?
Well, I'm still deny? Bush. I'm still Bush. I'm still Bush, but I just.
Well, you're not village then.
Huh?
You may be Bush, you're not village then.
Yeah, but it's maybe I'm not village. Maybe I'm not village.
I don't think you're village. Yeah. So when you walk, like your theme song is like they have in Nollywood when they go to the village. What's that song by? What's his name?
I have my rapper. And I walk barefoot.
Yeah, but you don't eat schnapps. You don't drink schnapps. Sorry,
I can manage
no,
that.
No,
you don't drink schnapps.
She should be barefoot in the kitchen. And she just told you. That's what
I said I'll be barefoot on the outside with the dust between my toes.
All right.
At one with nature.
In fact, let's just do the other questions because we just happened to the question why you was on there. So you must be thinking what we was talking about. It say that your son, had a baby mother and he kept on, like he cheated on her multiple times, kept on cheating on her, and the baby mother found out and she came to you and said, "Mum, right, what do you think I should do? I don't know what I should do in this situation. I want some guidance." What would you say?
Yeah. If he's not treating her well, leave him.
See, your mother.
If he's not treating her well, leave him. Obviously, at some point, if this is something that I was aware of, I would have spoken to him. Especially if she is somebody who is a good woman or who is who in the main is appropriate for him. At some point, if it's something I knew about, I'd have had to speak to him and be like, "Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?" But if I've spoken to him and he hasn't listened, or maybe I don't know. I mean, if it's something that I didn't know about and I hadn't spoken to him to try and get him to change, I would speak to him and probably say, "My friend, what do you think you're doing? Like, fix up." But if it's something that I know about and I've spoken to him and he persists, I'll probably tell her to bounce because it's or stay if you are willing and you think you can deal with it. If you think you can't deal with it, bounce. Simple.
Okay. See, you're not similar.
Yeah.
Well, you men was like, I will tell them. Stavros said, I won't say anything to the woman. I tell to go speak to somebody else. So you was like, we should look at the scenarios and the different objects of things. Simple Simon says, I'm not even involved in this because it's not my business. That's basically what Simple Simon said. It's not my business.
No, because
I'd basically
maybe is that female solidarity thing. Maybe perhaps even though my son is my son, but and the thing is, even if it's my daughter, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
if you don't think you can hack it, and you don't want to be disrespected, or if you don't think that person respects you in the way that you desire or want, then otherwise you're just going to be sad and upset. And then you'll probably begrudge me because you've come to me. Maybe she's come to me. She's come to me because she wants me to speak to him now, and then is hoping I can convince him. But at the bottom line is he's chosen or choosing to make certain decisions. So, it would be remiss of me to not address them with him or advise her. My motto in life is treat people how you want to be treated, standardly. That's just how I operate. So. Yeah, it's not something I can tolerate.
Jeez. No, I'm just saying that you have kind of said similar things to what I and even Stavros has said. You know what I mean?
She came straight out of her mouth and said,
and then she
I'm telling the girl
talk.
to leave the boy.
And then she continued to talk.
I didn't say the same as Mad Cat.
Okay, well, but she continued to talk. I mean, I basically said that the mere fact that she's come to us or come to me, like you mentioned, she's got this idea that in my opinion, not only is she looking for advice, but if she wanted to leave, but she would be well in her right to, without the counsel of anybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The mere fact that she's come, she's kind of looking for some reason to stay. You get what I mean? And
it might be. She might also just be. If she doesn't, if the mum or parent doesn't know, she might just want to.
She hasn't come to you to report.
Your child is a dog.
Yeah, she hasn't come to report. She's asking, "What shall I do?" So if it's what shall I do?
So she's asking for advice.
Yeah,
so she's saying, it's making me feel this way. It's making me feel that way. Again, obviously, she's fresh off knowing that she's asking advice. So she's in a daze because she just found out that the man's been cheating on her multiple times. So what would you do?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to be like, it's one of those ones you have to take yourself out of or take the emotion, or try and take the emotion out of it. Because in my head, I'd just be like, what is my child doing? Why would they be doing this? What is, all manner of things would go through my head. But the bottom line is, if you can't hack it, then, leave. Even if it's for a short while until you assess things a bit better, So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you very much, Mad Cat. Much appreciated.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Tonight.
I'll be smoking on that pack tonight.
Bye.
Bye.
You know who was the original one for that? It was Bernie Mac, innit?
What, smoking on that versus pack?
No, he said tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah, Bernie Mac.
All right. Okay. So that is Am I also done? And that brings us to the end of this episode.
Smoking on your top 5 tonight.
Right, so let's do our church notes and our goodbyes. Let's start off with Mr. Wolf. Start off with Simple Simon.
Yes, man, let me start off with me.
It's the Gaza man with the Gaza plan. Yes, what did I watch this week? I watched Omniscient Reader. It's a Omniscient Reader, The Prophecy. It's a Korean fantasy kind of thing. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's a bit geekish. I'm into all that geekish stuff. You know what it looked like? Final Fantasy 7. It's kind of like that. I also watched The Running Man. I went to go see that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They updated it for the modern times.
No, they stuck to the book.
Okay,
They
but
stuck to the book.
Yeah, but principally they well, yeah, they would talk about the new technology, innit, effectively. So, I enjoyed it. It was all right. And I also watched One Battle at a Time just recently. What a madness that is, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought, as I said, I thought it was a good film. I watched it twice.
You watched it twice, yeah?
Yeah, and it's over 3 hours. So I can't say, before I thought, oh, this is all right. But then I watched it twice and I liked it twice. So it's a good film.
Yeah, it's, I think the number of different storylines and commentaries that's in there are interesting.
I do love Benicio del Toro in that film, though.
Which one's that?
That's the Mexican guy.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was very zen.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
One
the long
battle
walk.
after another.
Oh, One battle after another.
Yeah.
That's one of the better films I've seen this year. Maybe is it the best? I don't know.
And then I also watched The Long Walk as well. That one, Stephen King's great, isn't it? Let's talk about Stephen King is something, isn't he? Or am I overestimating him?
Well, I don't like his books.
His stories. Well, I don't read the books. I've watched the stories, and they have been really good.
Okay, I knew I wasn't the only person that thinks this. Go on, keep going.
So yeah, I kind of have enjoyed that. I also read a book as well. I read a book called The Four Agreements.
Oh,
yeah,
Miguel.
Yes. Oh, you've read it?
Yeah. Only have one.
Yeah. So I read the Four Agreements. I think it's a really good book. Actually, I borrowed the book and I read it in a couple of hours. And I've since given it back. But to be honest with you, it's the type of book that you kind of should just have. And then you have to revisit it every now and then. I think you'll gain from being able to do that. Probably the same for all books, but this one in particular, because it's talking about ways and conducts. And you need to stick to the script, so to speak. So yeah, I read that as well in the week. Outside of that, I don't know if I've got any much in the way of updates, you know. Shout out to Coco Sisters Podcast. If you get opportunity, listen to their November edition. You might hear a familiar voice, maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, do that. So that's Coco Sisters Podcast. Coco as in the name Coco, COCOA, and sister is SISTAH. Gaza will say forever, Alliance of the Foundation. Boom, bam, bam. See it again.
Big Wahala.
At Big Wahala is Big Wahala on Twitter. Catch second season of Vince Staples show out now. Shout out Vince Staples all time, every time. Laters.
Is that?
Oh, I watched Running Man, so that was one I would have spoke about, but we've seen it already. So we spoke about it already. So yeah, but check out Vince Staples.
Vince Staples, Running Man, worth the watch.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
I wouldn't run to go and watch it, but yeah, it's alright.
I did like the first film. It wasn't amazing, but great 80s action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some good 80s action. Anyway.
They had a nod to Arnie in this one as well, didn't they? Yeah.
Okay. But he didn't enter.
No.
Wasn't in it. No. Fair enough. That would have cost you. I would have gone over the budget. In it.
The woman the wife who's
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Min Tree.
Say no more.
Is it a darkie?
See.
Oh. Mr. Wolf.
She's the woman in Sin, is it?
Okay.
The Nigerian.
The one that the boy wanted to taste. The one who tasted you.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. She reminds me of somebody.
Yes.
Who?
Yes. Keep going.
It was a question I knew I wasn't going to get an answer to.
Ghanaian girl.
I'll tell you another time.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Go.
So, I watched, I didn't finish watching Play Dirty, which is a film on Prime with Mark Wahlberg and what's this brother's name?
Play Dirty?
Yeah.
The one.
Oh, yes. Lakeith Stanfield. Yeah.
I need to watch that. I've been cutting through Amazon and Netflix films recently.
Yeah. Nah.
You're not interested?
I haven't heard anyone even speak about that film.
I've heard a bad review.
Yeah, bro. It's very
and a mediocre one. I've heard a mediocre and a bad review for that film.
Yeah, it's just silly. I expect more of a standard, the storyline to be a lot sharper, but I just find it very, very, very silly. Yeah.
Okay.
Them man there can do better. It's not a bad cast. Yeah, man. I mean, you got two very good actors in there. Not to suggest that the other guys are not, but Mark Wahlberg and Lakeith Stanfield, both of them are pretty good actors. Yeah, but not great. I didn't even finish the film, and I'm in no rush to.
Okay.
Yeah. On another note, completely opposite, Mr. will finish Gen V.
Get me better though.
Yeah, on another note, I'll finish Gen V, and if you haven't watched The Boys or Gen V, and you like that kind of quote unquote kind of superhero stuff, and it's not your Marvel stuff, you know what I mean? It's more of how it would be if there was a lot of politics, a lot of narcissism, a lot of fuckery, basically. Bro,
yeah, nice.
It's like, I'm like, you know, I was watching it and the missus was there and she said, what kind of thing are you watching here? And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's a bit of a mess, innit? I'm like, yeah, like if my dad if my dad was there whilst I was watching it, he'll be saying the same thing. Every time there was something that was a bit not quote unquote normal on TV, what are you watching on the television? I'm like, don't worry, Dad, it's a good storyline. You know, but yeah, it is a very strange show, but at the same time, it is excellent. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of mad visionary stuff in there, mate. But it's very good. So anyone that hasn't watched The Boys, watch that. And just like what Big Ohala said, you have to finish watching The Boys season 4 to watch season 2 of Gen V. And I've finished watching Gen V season 2, and it was very, very good. So yeah, that's all. You can catch me on Instagram, aka Mr. Wolf, on Twitter, aka _Mr. Wolf. What's going on? No intros this week.
Sorry. I forgot about that. Interesting. Yeah. I am Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss on all the socials. Stavros says this week is Coco Sisters Podcast.
Plug.
Every week I listen to the ladies. Was it Lady C and Queen Sim? But this week they had 3 brothers on as well. One of them my brother. So that's why I'm sending you there. Because of toxic masculinity. So so that's the Coco Sisters. The link will be in the show notes. Hashtag ESN Pod. Start joining the conversation at ESN Podcast on all the socials. ESNpodcast@gmail.com if you would like to send in the thing.
Tell them.
We appreciate you listening to us. It's another 3-hour episode. It wasn't going to be, but this is Wahala's fault this time, because I was gonna around 2 hours back. I was trying to thingy, but he was bang on this topic that he sent in that he was interested in. This
I blame him as well.
Yes, he was pushing it. He wanted us to say something.
Yeah, blame Big Wahala for real.
But our listeners like the 3-hour episodes anyway, so there you go.
7 of them do, bro.
Yeah, 7. Okay, well, there you go. All right,
50% of the crowd.
Who's gonna do the thing?
Tell us a little something about this though first before you go.
I mentioned it when I did it. During, I think 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago, I made it whilst we were recording with AI. I didn't write the lyrics for this one because some of them I was writing the lyrics. This one I was just make me something quickly. I want a lo-fi, smooth, Afrobeat-ish type of theme song for an outro for a podcast.
Boom. So they can't take this off. They can't take it off.
Who knows?
It's our shit, man.
Well,
Who knows?
So anyways, and my sister said it's been in her head. So
this right here.
Yeah.
Eloquently saying nothing.
She'll like Genesis.
I'll send her the link.
Send it to her.
Eloquently saying nothing.
And remember, if you ain't saying nothing, say it well. Say it well. Say it well. Say it well.
I know we beg.
Slack for life.
Eloquently saying nothing. Saying nothing. Yeah. Yes. Eloquently saying nothing. Saying nothing. I I know we beg, eloquently saying nothing, saying nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and
Eloquently saying nothing.
cats and dogs, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the ESN Podcast.